Okay, guys, welcome back here once again. Finally, the final day of the WCA Open Qualifier. I'm your main host for tonight, guys, Ron Flat, and joining me as well is, of course, the legendary Friday. And
What's good, guys?
so big day today. I mean, we got two semi-final games to cast, plus the third place match as well, and then finally, of course, the final match to determine our winner and who will be the third team actually to represent CrossFire Europe in WCA this December.
Well, speaking in terms of a big day, how much bigger could a day become than yesterday?
I don't know. Yesterday was hold on. Yesterday was I don't know. Interesting to say the least.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting as I pretty much.
Interesting in
this is
I don't
an
know, the amount
understatement.
of
You're a British man, you know.
It's well,
like
I don't
you're
know.
always in a state of self-deprecation, aren't you guys? Like, yesterday has been a massive day, to be quite honest with you. In speaking in European terms, like we've gone for like 10.5 hour stream. In one piece.
Don't remind me, dude. I slept that off. I slept off that 10-hour stream.
Like
Nor do I want to be reminded about it.
Yes. Well, guys, to be quite honest, like we skipped breakfast, we skipped so many things today. We just came to the studio and we probably, you know, we just wanted to be here as fast as possible in order to prepare and everything. And if it comes to me, I'm really pumped to see the matches. We've had like a good deal of 8 hours sleep each. So
yeah, thank God we got our sleep.
We recovered from that yesterday, and we've had like Loons with us and all the other guys that followed us through like how many hours? Like at least 8 at a time.
Well, let's say 7-8 hours that like we saw multiple people catching up with us.
That was quite crazy.
Just before we move on, we gotta shout out those guys that stayed up with us. For example, Loons, Thunder, and a couple of other people that stayed up in the chat with us. Mars as well, of course. Tim, everyone. So big shout out to you guys for the casual one. Big shout out to you guys, of course, for staying up with us.
Yeah, I hope catch you guys as well.
I guess I suppose they weren't probably as tired as we were, let's say. I mean, considering all the talking we had to do, but
I saw it as fun, more over work.
I think I found it fun. I think it's really I don't. How should we word this? I think it's obviously really fun when you see Cova just 5K'ing everyone, and then you see random 1-on-4 clutches from Detroit and etc.
Written history yesterday. We've added like 4 memorable moments, such as the first of a kind was the Cooper moment when he had the clutch 1v3.
Yeah.
Then we added on the Kova moment, boom, 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 5 seconds, 5-man clutch, less than 5. Then we had the weedy 1D tap that I witnessed from his perspective, from the counter perspective, from the guy who got fragged, like an arrow.
It was the one from Ali quad to triple.
Probably, yes.
It was the sort of dirty interp, but it was nasty.
Yeah. Well, to say the least, it was like a massive stuff.
There was also VD's 3K with the M4, if you remember.
Yep.
And if I remember watching that back, that 3K actually...
as far as I can recall, he was the only one playing the M4 and the whole tournament from yesterday.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm glad that, something was switched up, obviously. But yeah, referring back to that 3K M4, I think, he finished like 3 enemies with the M4 in like 9 bullets? 6 bullets?
Yeah, he still had enough in this clip.
Yeah, and then again,
continue fragging.
And like adding on to that as well, they were all body shots as well, and he ended them, and they were all above 80 HP or something.
So you should never write off the M4, I guess.
Never.
BP,
For those of you who don't know, I was previously talking with Thunder from Pentasports, and I was like, do you recall this weedy moment, like the one with the M4, like? I thought you disregarded the M4 to be extremely bad, and he was like, no, because like people will opt to take the AK because it does 100% damage. It does 100% like 100 headshot at mid range, whereas the M4 is it practically has no recoil in the first 10 bullets. So it's slightly a bit more slightly like less powerful,
but it's much better on distance.
Yeah,
it's so accurate.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot more accurate.
If you're a good aimer and you're a slow sensed player, in terms of your mouse sensitivity, then you probably hit like 8 out of 10.
They need you to log
Yeah,
in, by the
they
way. But yeah, I mean, as you were saying, yeah. I'm okay, never mind, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously, we should never really, of course, disregard the M4. And like, talking about previous matches that I have seen, like during WCA and CFS, I have also seen like many Chinese teams, even Vietnamese teams, play the M4 as well. Like, for example, I
guess
believe
this is
QCS
some
solo.
national thing.
Yeah, maybe it. I mean, well,
It really also depends on the servers that they have, because all the versions
Exactly,
there are
exactly.
diverse, and well, it really maybe comes to the adjustment of the weapon, because you know every version balances the weapons themselves.
yeah.
Maybe it really comes down to how balanced the weapon is in each version. So I remember back, like a lot of Americans played the AK-47, whereas Europeans would go with
Up to
the
take the
M4,
M4, yeah.
up to their preference. Also, they haven't, like, I never really saw Americans playing the SG, and neither tournament I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the SG is more of a European thing. Same with the OG, actually. I feel.
Okay. I need to figure out my password. Quite funny. You know, the Z and the Y, they're switched up here. And
Yeah,
they
it's,
never
it's
really
the
know
German
what to
layout.
type,
It's it's really confusing.
I should be fine now, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
I
here,
see
I'm
you.
here,
Yeah,
I'm here.
I'll have to quickly invite
ahead.
you. Let's go ahead. Okay,
Uh,
ready?
We also saw quite a few tactical rounds, to say the least. I believe there weren't that many rounds that teams really wanted to throw, so every single round was outplayed very tactically. Like, each team prepared very well for the tournament, and I believe since we are seeing or gonna be seeing the same teams today, maybe they have some more up their sleeve. So
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
really pumped to see the matches.
Today, I mean, even though like passive play sort of helped in some aspects, personally, I feel like you know, I really want to see a lot more aggression today. Like a lot more aggression that, you know, usually that we previously, of course, have witnessed. I mean, the only time I really did see a lot of aggression was during, I think it was Carnals' game and Team Greedy's game. Those are
I
like the only
believe
two
the
games.
Team Absolute Gaming, when they took on Cardinals, then it was like, you know, they threw frags back and forth.
Yeah.
When they played on port, they ended like
Yeah.
there was the consecutive match that we saw that was right after the Escape Gaming against Majestic, and like the Escape Gaming against Majestic, that was already a really good matchup. And so you might wanna put up my micro.
Yep, I'll quickly do that for you now. There
No,
we
it's
go.
okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things that went on during that time. But anyway, though, guys, we are gonna go ahead and start off with this knife round, the first knife round of today here, which is Team ESC up against team. Oh, which team is this? Sorry, Carnals. There we go. Yeah, and yeah, already first knife round will go over to Team ESC, so they will of course get the map choice. In this one, we actually haven't. They actually haven't told me what maps are gonna be played yet. I believe they're gonna cross them out after this one, so we will give you that intel as soon as we finish up with this knife round here. But here we go again on the second knife round now. Dennis kicking things off there with the first kill. Alvaro actually will get one as well. Alvaro gets two, looking for the third now as Cooper has actually just ran past him. Cooper now contesting him. Alvaro left to 5 HP. Looks like Snox will pick him up. Dicer now last one left alive here. 1-on-2 situation. Gets a double kill there. Looking for the third now on to Cooper. And 1-on-1 battle now up against Cooper. Cooper pretty low now actually. Yeah, and looks like Dicer will actually go ahead and win that. So back-to-back knife round there for either side. It looks like ESC will go ahead and take that map choice, whereas we will be seeing Team Carnals taking the side. So
quite interestingly, Joe Miller and Paul Shellena Redeye refused to cast knife rounds, as well as
seriously?
Jason Kepler. Yeah, they refused to because they thought it's pointless. And I really enjoyed listening to you now. It was very intense. I'm just saying.
I mean, like, It really you know, there's actually a funny story to knife rounds, like especially including Ice Nine, which was during the time of Ice Nine. Ilif said, I think this only stands for Chills, which is Ilif said to Chills that if you ever 5K in a knife round, I will give you potato. And ever since then, Chills has always opted to go for that 5K, but he's never won it.
You know what happened to Chills and me? We were playing for I can't remember the one we qualified with for the EMS 10.
Mm-hmm.
There was also a team with Laren, I believe, also Loons. So we would practice, and in that particular match, I would throw a cocky grenade towards Cat. Like I would go
On Black Widow, yeah.
in Black Widow, yeah, and I would throw a next straight. I would bump it against the wall that was like straight out.
Yeah.
And it would bump back against the other wall, and then it would explode. Like, no, it was not a grenade. Yeah, it was a grenade, in fact, and a flash beforehand. So it would be a flash and then a grenade. And it would bump against the second wall, and it would land perfectly in the area where all the T's are entering. So I had this timing, and I went with Chills for the Cat. And we wanted to take it a little bit more aggressive. So I threw my flash, then continued with the grenade, and Chills threw his the same way. And he got a 5 kit out of this. And he was screaming, thank you, Friday. It was the only time he thanked to me for anything. And it landed also on a Frag movie, I think.
We'll have to check that out then, I guess. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and ready up in this game, guys. Waiting for Dice here to actually move towards the other side. So our map choice has our map will of course be sub-base here, chosen by Team ESC, and it looks like Carnals will decide to take the blacklist idea. And I'm actually is actually funny though, because like I mentioned this previously on a couple of streams regarding Flipside, saying like when the opposing side has been given choice as to which side they want, personally I feel obviously sub-base personally I think is a blacklist map in my opinion now with BP being introduced. But like I even mentioned saying that when you have such an aggressive team, like when teams scrim against each other, they need to decide, is this a very aggressive team or is this a very passive team? And they have to draw conclusions through that. And knowing Flipside, personally I feel they're a very aggressive team. And when I watched the game, I realized the opposing team was giving them blacklist on sub-base, and I felt like this is a mistake. And if we conclude from yesterday's game, I believe ESC against who was it?
I need to check up on my statistics.
I think it was ESC up against. I actually don't have mine. I don't have it noted here.
ESC was going against. Hold on, please. Oh, now a sloppy moment. ESC was going against Majestic.
Yeah, Majestic, and if we remember the sub-base game, they had a fairly decent blacklist side. The CT side was a little bit sloppy, but the blacklist side was fairly decent due to
game recognition, I believe.
Yeah, due to the actual times they decided to push, it worked, right?
Yeah. So I remember back that somebody picked up the op, and he was aiming right through wood. So he would try to face whoever.
I believe that was Fragbot on 7.
Possibly. And so I promoted that. Or I basically said what I would do in this very moment. I would outsmoke wood in order to, just disable that sniper and take him out of the game. And then I would, counter rush and try to nail him down through the wooden doors. Because that would be a logical consequence against a helpless sniper.
Exactly.
And exactly in the next moment, they decided to go for just what I said. And this worked out for them.
Almost as if we were ghosting.
And it flipped the coin whole way back around.
Yeah.
And then they picked up, I think they picked up 3 rounds back to back.
Yeah, so
really
I mean, the point, the sort of point I'm trying to get across here is that like when you sit down and decide what type of team you're up against, aggressive or passive, you should really abuse that. Like if you're getting side choice and you're up against an aggressive team, take the aggression away from them and go blacklist instead. I mean, because either way, maybe you don't feel quite quite comfortable on the blacklist side, on the aggressive side, but then again, you are going to play the opposing side as well. There's no doubt about it. You have to play both halves.
Well, I can only, maybe bring it by an example. I remember playing against French teams.
Yeah.
And they used to loaf around their T-spawns a lot.
Yeah.
So what you normally would do
Almost like a Chinese pub.
Yeah, well, not quite. I don't believe Chinese pubs are that passive, but you know, they would go into
Trust me.
very, very passive play. I used to try that too, but the realms are like huge.
Yeah.
Once you get into the realm, it's okay, but you know, you have to get into such a long way. But anyway, I remember back playing against French teams that they really liked, you know, sticking around their T sites and you know the spawns and everything. So what normal teams would do in any game, like public game, maybe also CS:GO nowadays, they would go and frag hunt. But I believe the smartest way is just to counter the T play, but you know the counterpart, but also with being very passive, because this is going to be stealing their time towards the end of the rounds. And we saw quite many of these in I believe it was in Mexico, where it really came down
Mexico
to
is a
really,
very
really,
viable
really
map
long
to do
rounds,
that. Yeah. Mexico is a very viable map to do that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly. You're completely correct. But
yeah. And I don't know, man. It's of course about game intelligence, and a lot of weaker teams lack it. And I believe that you should be switching between fast play and slow play, and the team that can switch the fastest and be surprising is a very good team.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the flaw I have with most teams is, this actually sometimes occurs in top tier teams as well. Is
If they lose their composure.
yeah, I mean, as well as losing composure, it's like because they're so engrossed into playing their game, they really don't analyze like what's working for them, passive play or aggressive play.
You know what? Let's go ahead and analyze subbase, as we just went underway as we spoke.
So let's go ahead and get it started here, guys, as we will be seeing Team ESC playing on the global risk side of things here, and we will be seeing, of course, Team Carnals on the blacklist side.
Yep.
So there we go. Yeah, so already though we do have Snox getting a kill there along with the Dennis and Cooper. So nades already towards this bottom. Maybe I actually didn't realize, but looks like Nisa and Dice are already the last two left alive here. Nisa, of course, with that Opa, but Dice will get picked up by 7 there, leaving Nisa already, well, what is that, like 30 seconds already into the clock, and it's already a 1-on-5 situation for Nisa. I remember Nisa doing some pretty decent AWP shots there, missing a couple of Diga bullets, but eventually we'll go ahead and pick off Cooper, looking for the quick scope towards Sada there, but Sada will go ahead and fall back. And I mean, talking about Sada, yesterday his first game, or should we say the first map of the first half that he played against Majestic, he had a very poor performance, but Jesus Christ, he went down a gear and really showed us what he was made of, like after we started criticizing him about that. So let's hope for the best that he has a really good performance today as well. But here we are, 1 minute 15 seconds left on the clock here. Nicer 1-on-5 situation, has 18 HP left on him. Sorry, 1v4 situation as he picked up Cooper. But let's see what he can do here. He does have the bomb in hand. Spots Sada there, but
he missed it by a
unfortunately,
sliver.
yeah,
It was very unfortunate for him. Also, very unfortunate round for the team SK Gaming. No, I just
ESC.
put yes.
ESC. Remember, we don't want to get roasted there from the
No, I mean,
organization.
there was a fortunate round for ESC that the team Carnals went so aggressive at the beginning of the round, which you probably wouldn't expect in every first round of a tournament day.
Yeah, such early aggression.
Maybe this was also the intention. They wanted
possibly
to surprise and get the momentum going and everything. Well, but let's just
Avril though, gonna go ahead and pick off Snox there towards that A down. Snox always really I mean, I've realized Snox always likes to get fairly aggressive towards that A down, like in the first 30 seconds, but then eventually does decide to fall back. So, but it looks like he will go ahead and pay that price. That Dennis now actually takes his position instead towards that A down. Smoke is down for him as well, probably gonna add on like a couple of well, let's say 10-15 seconds extra here, delaying a push. But right now though, Team Carnals just gonna go ahead and group up towards this B machine area. Sniper once again in the hand of Niza, but it looks like bomb is towards Tasty, and he will come in to push as well, coming out from Team Carnals. It looks like Sada will be the first line of defense here. He spots SMR, will go ahead and pick him up there. Sada now looking for a double, will find the double as well. Still has sufficient amount of bullets left in his AK, will go ahead and miss that clip there. Dice is already actually on the bomb side here, but Sada will go ahead and pick him up there, and looks like Cooper will finish up Avro, and now it's all up to Niza. Niza finishes off Cooper with the deagle, is gonna go ahead and reload that. 1v2 situation now for him. Sada is fairly low, actually, just playing like right next to the missiles there. I will go ahead and pick him up. That's a 4k for Sada there. Beautifully held from him as well. 8 HP remaining. Couldn't have gotten any better for him.
I believe he tried to pick off Everett as well, and Everett was just headbanging all the way, and he didn't fall. I just saw it like by the corner of my eye.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have potentially picked up the 5k.
Yeah, he could have potentially done so, but I mean, then again, really early on, you don't want to have that overconfidence, of course.
Now
And
getting 2 rounds down.
yeah, getting 2 rounds down here, of course. And Avrot once again though headed off towards that bottom A, or should we say towards the stairs of bottom A. And Nizer here looking for the kill with the AWP. Looks like 7 is not really giving him much to work with, but Sada though in a beautiful position picks him off on top of that little wood area. Well, on that little boost position there on top of the doorway, you could say. Sada now spots SMR as well towards B long. Looks like 7 is towards B top as well, aka balcony, I believe you called it, Friday. And
yeah, we used to call it that.
yeah, I think I can just refer it to as a balcony. But Dice here now actually rotating towards this A side here. Does have the bomb in hand. Maybe this could be a push towards this A. Avrot's taking damage there from Cooper, but eventually he will go ahead and fall back. That smoke isn't gonna last very long here. They may need to refresh that wood smoke if they are opting to take this A side, or possibly a wood push here towards A connected to pinch out Dennis. But SMR though is actually in the vent. This could be a possible wood push here coming out of Team Carnals. Cooper though will go ahead and spot Avrot.
Will outflash 7 now, is that believe?
Yeah.
I mean Dennis, excuse me.
Yeah, Avrot though.
Still clueless though. Look at him. He's gonna get back read right about now. No, he does pick up the shot and he's looking for a connection. Yes, he does, Frek Avrot. Goes on the streak. Will he see Dice? Yes, he does. I believe he lighted quite a little bit of bullets and leaving Dice with just 15 points of health as C4 is about to go down. Well, for the moment he decides to back away since I believe he doesn't see great chances in planting a C4 against 3 remaining players who are pretty much sitting pretty with almost full health except for Cooper, who will be down. Will get down to 60, and now this retake is coming in by 2 flashes. If they only knew that he sits with 15 HP, they should probably opt for nading.
Indeed they should, but looks like 7 though and Sada will be the first 2 to make the move there, but Sada will go ahead and collect that kill for himself. And let's take a look at the scoreboard here. I mean, already Sada 7-0! 7-0 already.
The man of the match.
Well, yeah, currently is the MVP here. Sada standing on a very comfortable 7-0
there. A little bit of a cold start here for Carnals.
Indeed, it is a pretty cold start for them.
Fortunate for us, unfortunate for Carnals.
Indeed. But SMR here now probably looking to do a wood push. Smoke is down. He's going to switch towards a nade as well. Nade out that cage. Let's see if he can get any damage onto 7. Yes, he will. 7 left and 67 HP. He's sniping that B long from cage though. And looks like now a stack is coming towards this A side here from Team Carnals. Dice are literally right behind Avrot there. And Dice will be the first one to peek there. Snox will get picked up there. Dice now firing a couple of bullets into that A connector. Looks like an easy A control for them. And that bomb should be down here any second now from Dice. They're going to go ahead and plant that in the casual position there behind the missile.
Some teams, they would even allow you to get down to that missile in order to plant the bomb. And then they will retake you.
They would, but Tasty there getting another shot. Looks like Sata's actually already pushing towards the bottom A here. Spots Avrot, but doesn't manage to pick him up. Avrot gets him instead. Dennis though does retaliate onto SMR there. Cooper now actually pushing down as well. He picks off the first one, looking for the second. Doesn't quite find it. It's now all up to Dennis there, but Tasty will go ahead and pick him up. And now finally putting themselves on the scoreboard there.
Well, just about time to redeem themselves, to be quite honest.
Yeah, just about time there.
Otherwise, the tension would be like devastating on them.
Indeed, it would be. So first round now on the scoreboard there for Team Carnals, indeed, making things out 3-1 here. And remember, guys, this is an MR9 system, of course, and we will be ending the first half in the first, well, up until we tally up to 9 rounds.
5 more rounds including this one.
Yeah, 5 more rounds including this one. So first, well, up until we reach 9 rounds, pretty much is the easiest way to explain it.
Yep.
But Snoxo once again has that smoke down and really is utilizing the smoke. I mean, I don't know why he did not do this before, but what a nade there from Snox. Already 3 players pretty low now from Team Carnals. Tasty left on 61 HP, Avrot left on 59, Dice left on 67. This should actually be a winnable round here for Team ESC. But then again, though, we are going to see an explosive push now coming towards this A. Dice will be the first one to get picked off here, but Snoxo won't be able to collect any others now. Dennis is actually towards bottom. Maybe Avrot picks him up as well. Avrot now looking for another one possibly, but no, he's actually going to go ahead and hold the flank. It's all up to Sada, Cooper, and 7 now. Cooper making his way down there. Will go ahead and nade, not doing any damage whatsoever. Just nade city once again here from yesterday, and these nades are just being thrown willy-nilly and not really, yeah, willy-nilly, and not really, you know, aimed at a specific area. But it looks like here comes the push that Cooper making his way down along with 7. All 3 of them coming from A ramp here. 7 will be the first one to get picked up here. Sada though does collect himself a double. Looks like Cooper's in there as well. Cooper finds one of his own. Sada looking for Avrot there. Almost finishes him up with the AK. Avrot though does pick off Cooper, and Avrot will clutch the round there for his team, making things there now just one round behind, 3-2.
Well, I believe that the players have found out that those grenades are more functional when they explode in the air somewhere, just like atomic bombs. Because this has been the case when the atomic bomb explodes just right about the ground and not exactly in the ground or on the ground.
Yeah.
This is what I truly believe.
But anyway, though, Tasty will go ahead and pick off Snox once again. But Snox is getting really aggressive on that A bottom when there is honestly no need, when he has Dennis literally right alongside him. Dennis now this time actually going to go ahead and take his position instead. Will go ahead and re-smoke out that wood area. But let's see what Team Carnals are going to opt to do here.
I just wanted to quickly throw in that I noticed Team Carnals, they recognized it's quite a pointless enterprise going into that B bomb site every single time. So they lost the first 2 rounds before they, you know, before they lost the third one that was actually quite sloppy, which I believe they lost through wood, and then they would decide to go for the A side because, you know, they believe that this is going to be the easier pick. And Frax commands, as I speak, Dice is going to be replying at Dennis, and as the C4 will go down by Everett. And now the retake is on Sata, who will be pretty much left alone.
Oh, that was
Great
a really nice shot
right
there, yeah. Really nice, great frag there coming out of Sata there, picking up Avrot. There's now a 1-on-3 situation for him. Tasty will go ahead and jump peek there just to get that information. 20 seconds left on the clock now. That smoke is going to go down, but that's not going to stop Sada. A flash goes in as well, not going to do anything really. Actually, I think that was a re-smoke, but never mind though. Tasty will go ahead and pick him up there. And now finally, looks like Team Carnals are finally picking up the pace here. SMR still left yet to frag, but it is 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3. Either teams picked up 3 rounds back to back, and well, now this, you know, the tide just flipped, or the tide just turned, if you will.
Indeed, it just did, and
we are expecting 3 more rounds to come. By the way,
3 more rounds. Yeah, 3 more rounds now remaining, guys, for this first half, and let's see what happens. I mean, SMR does have the bomb in hand here.
By the game logics, from now on, the next 3 rounds should go to the account of ESC, because first 3 to ESC, the consecutive 3 to Carnals, and the next 3 should go to ESC.
Yeah, if we are, exactly. If we are working in that sector, of course. And Snox though, let's see what has Snox learned from his mistakes. I hope he has done. I mean, he's not getting aggressive on that bottom A, but he is playing a very good angle. We'll find the first headshot that is gonna get flashed there. Dennis should be alongside him as well. Snox once again flashed. Dennis follows up though, does find the kill onto Avrot. Watching that little angle there. SMR will go ahead and jump across, but Dennis picks him up there. Niza has been spotted as well. Dennis finds the second one. Double kill for Dennis is all up to Dice now. 1v5 situation. He's actually flanking them. We'll go ahead and spot Snox there, but 7 will go ahead and pick him up there. Beautifully played that from Snox and Dennis. Incredible hold there. I'm finally learning the lesson.
CT side.
Exactly, but most importantly, Snox finally realizing that, you know, this aggression towards A down, like me getting up close, is not working at all. And then finally he has cover to actually, you know, go ahead and pick up the run for his team. And now Dice there just getting slightly cocky there, trying to see if he can go ahead and pick off Snox there, but Snox not giving him much to work with, and looks like Dice will have to leave from that bottom A. Flashes going in as well, a little bit of nades as well, but really not much damage being taken here apart from Dice, who's on 93 HP. In the meantime though, let's take a look at what Dennis is doing. Dennis is actually towards this A top area, and Sada playing on that balcony. Cooper though has opted to take the the quad route, and will have Sada cover fire from him, should I say, from balcony. So let's see what happens. I mean, Tasty just holding a very discreet angle there, of course, and
so that's Avrot. He expects Snox to be greedy.
Yeah, indeed he does. And so obviously, you know, Avrot done his homework, knows what Snox is like towards that bottom A. But Smoker should go down here from Avrot, is gonna go into that AC area, A top area, and we're gonna possibly be expecting a wood push here. But 7 is gonna go ahead and peek. He spots the first one, but doesn't manage to land the kill there. Dennis now coming in from behind as well. He's gonna get picked up as well. Sada now will have to hold it. Looks like a push is coming towards that B long, but Cooper will quickly finish that one up. Sada now slightly trapped here in this locker room. him. Is going to go ahead and fire a couple of bullets, but will get the kill down to Dice. Avrod though quickly trades up on towards him, and now it's all up to Snox. 1-on-3 situation. This is very possible for him. Avrod extortionately low. Snox is just going to go ahead and jump in there, bunny hopping in, but Nizer will actually play that very smart indeed, and will go ahead and pick him up there. And now we're tied up 4-4.
Well, okay, I just destroyed this game's logic. Anyway, seeing this is very evenly spread makes me believe we are going to be seeing a 3-maps match once again. And there are frags commencing as I speak, a very aggressive round by either of the teams, and Nissa is going to be able to pick up 7 as Everard picks up Snox, and now this A side is pretty much open because the players who would normally protect from the control room, they decided to go for the aggressive push through wood, and Dennis is going to be able to finish off SMR as I spoke. Dice now Dennis now on the retake along with Sata. They managed to get down there, and Dice isn't quite clueless that this assault train is now coming in. Sata gets the second of his own. Oh my word! Nicer, only Nicer left alive over there, and he picks up 2. Oh my word!
Through the smoke! Through the smoke there from Nicer, and what a way to end that one, chaps. 5-4. They're going over to Team Carnals. A very slow start from them, not the less, but they will go ahead out on top there. 5-4, guys, on the scoreboard here, and beautifully played that from Carnals. A huge round as well for Nizer as well. Beautifully done.
Yep, indeed. So 5-4 in favor of Carnals.
Yep.
No? Yeah.
Yeah. 5-4. 2 Carnals.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. It's
we had quite a few hiccups in the first one.
Indeed we did, but yeah, nonetheless though, 5-4 is that is going to be our score for the first half here, and I'm just going to quickly go ahead and say ready in the chat, and let's go ahead and kick things off here, guys. Into the second half we go. Carnals 5-4 now, leading with that 1 round advantage, and yeah, let's go ahead and switch the screen here for you guys, as we will now be seeing, of course, Team ESC on the blacklist side of things, of course, and let's see how they fare. Nades already going off here, but Nizer will be towards that bottom A, but Tasty will get the first pick there. Snoxer will go ahead and trade up as well. Sada now, Dennis now actually already towards that bottom A. Nizer though is actually sniping towards bottom A, is going to get aggressed as well, and Seven will actually go ahead and pick him up there, unfortunately. And yeah.
Becoming a very fast round here yet again, and somehow ESC managed to get down that A bomb site. They are going to be executing a couple of grenades up there into that control room as the C4 will go down. Deployed by Snox, a few flash grenades will buy them a little bit of time, and well, now the CTs are going to be trying to take it around their back. They don't really realize there's like Sata in the back. Now they do. Sata meanwhile was able to pick up SMR, and Tasty did a huge mistake of going down alone in the very moment when, well, you know, they just, you know, miscommunicated this, and they were quite surprised that there was somebody waiting on them in the back.
Indeed they did, and now Sada though is going to go ahead and flash out that B long. In the meantime though, Team ESC, the rest of ESC are going to go ahead and run towards that bottom A. Dice is actually already there as well. He switches back towards his AK, does spot a couple of the players, doesn't manage to land the shot though. We'll go ahead and pick off Snoxer, is going to continue on to the push there. Spots Dennis through the smoke as well. We'll go ahead and pick him up, gets the multi-kill as well onto Cooper. Is going to go ahead and nade that one out, and we'll go ahead and fall back. Sada in the meantime they're still in the towards the Elton area now. 7 seems to be towards the courtyard. Tasty though has been spotted. Then Nizer's actually going to go ahead and rotate it as well, including Dice. Nizer though will go ahead and get that up. Pick is all up to 7 now. 1-on-5 situation here. Nizer still with the up. Dice the only one that really took damage there, left in 35 HP, but nonetheless though, he has teammates to cover him. Smoke is down towards that wood as well. Let's see what 7 can do here. He is making his way up towards wood, actually. Does have the bomb in hand as well, so let's see what he does. But we're actually seeing a stack towards this B side here coming from Team Carnals, and well, actually 7 is, you know, it's taking the right route here at this point. I mean, he's headed over towards the A bomb site. Will obviously, you know, clear out his positions there just to make sure he's completely clear. He obviously doesn't know that at this point, but because he's, you know, obviously not in spectator view, but we'll go ahead and clear out his his angles there. Now finally realizes no one is here. Gonna go ahead and plant that bomb. And now the heat's gonna come towards him here. The nades are gonna go down. The flashes are gonna go down. The smokes will go down as well. 7 though actually opting to play off towards the wood stairs here. SMR is making his way there. Tasty though has been spotted there. So as the rest of the other 3. But looks like 7 won't be able to clutch that one there. And Tasty will go ahead and pick him up there. So 6-4 now on the scoreboard here. 2 Team Carnals.
Man, I don't know. These rounds are just going back and forth. It already looks like they would find a perfect setup against any strat. Like, because it's going back and forth, you would normally expect, you know, very long matches again.
Yeah. See, we're still getting backflashes from yesterday's games, especially the one that lasted like 2.5 years. So
2.5 years?
Yeah, well, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, it felt almost like, you know, 10 years as a slave to the camera. Or 12 years as a slave to the camera, I don't know. 12 hours as a slave to the camera.
Yeah, and let's see what they do here. 7 in the meantime though is actually watching a vent there to see if anyone pushed up, and Nox in the meantime though is watching that B long area. I think we have oh, never mind. I thought SMR was actually playing the soda machine there, but instead though he is playing off towards the balcony behind this little pillar. And Avro in the meantime though is actually watching B long there from Cage. Smoke is down. Niza is in the vents though, and 7 was actually watching those vents, but let's see what he can do here. 7 just watching back and forth, and Nade will go out here. Now we see a bit of action towards this B long. SMR though not going to give him much to work with here. SMR will go ahead and peek, spots one player though, and now Sada has actually realized as well as he spotted him peek out, and Sada will go ahead and jump across at Tasty though, taking a bit of damage actually. Cooper's just firing bullets away at him. SMR though is at the top though, but Snox will go ahead and pick him up here. Tasty now needs to be careful, but Snox will take him out as well. Avrod though is going to get one before falling to Sada. Niza is alongside them as well. Gets the old pick there. Sada actually finds 2 picks onto Dice as well. It's all up to Niza now. Picked off the first one here. 1-on-3 situation for him. Now Cooper going to go ahead and watch the back, and let's see what he does. Cooper actually not paying any attention whatsoever. Niza will go ahead and pick him up instead. Bomb has actually been planted towards A site here. Niza has finally realized there's 7 and Dennis now last 2 left alive. Niza 1-on-2 situation, 20 seconds left on the clock, has the deagle in hand, running towards the stairs there. He literally has no time. Dennis though plays a beautiful angle and will go ahead and pick him up there. So another round now on the scoreboard here for Team ESC.
So we continue to go on with the same pattern. Round for round for round for round. Well,
so tied up 6-6.
Now I believe they are going to be outplaying it with a little bit more of smoke play. SMR gets cut up in this corner right there, gets picked up fairly quickly on in the round, and I believe the CTs are taking it a little bit aggressive now. They should be trying to play it, you know, how do I say? They should be trying to hold their ground, but from their own
their own territory, yeah. And Cooper here playing off towards the machine room here, doesn't really spot anyone at all, but once again though we're seeing 3 people here towards this wood area. Avra in the meantime though is actually towards this cage, and let's see what he does here. He may possibly spot him. I think Niza just fired a shot there from vent but doesn't land down towards anyone at all, and Dennis making his way, spots, I think he saw Avra's legs there, but not quite sure. But here we go, the ESC making their way towards this A-bomb site. Flash grenade will go out as well. That's going to cause 7-4 back here. Dice will go ahead and push in though. He picks off the first one. 7 is going to go ahead and trade him up. ESC now need to make a call. Are they going to head off towards B instead? They may possibly do so, but they do have a minute left on the clock, though. They could go for a double whammy, double fake here. And let's see what happens here. It looks like they are going to go back towards this A side here. Avrot needs to hold this one, but Niza actually finds the pick there. Avrot finds one of his own as well. Will find the second one as well. It's all up to Snoxa, who is in vents. Spots Niza. Niza trying to pick him up with the deagle, but instead doesn't manage to land the shot here. Niza just going to back off there. And Tasty instead will actually pick off the kill from A bottom. So another run now on the scoreboard. Back to back and forth really, but 7-6 now. We are 2 Team Carnals.
Well, there's not really much to say about this round, since, you know, oh, now look at the CT, so much aggression is coming out of them. Everett now tries to make his fortune through middle, and yes, he does succeed against Cooper, so Cooper not yet ready to make this Cooper moment happen yet again. Well, Nisser gets forced to retreat over there at the A side, at the stairs, as he will try to peek out at the missile. Oh, and he does finally land the shot with this HA grenade. So now he gets forced to retreat again, and Dennis will finish off the job. So make that 3 kills for Dennis on this round, and well, that gets a third round on the board for the Team SK or ESC Gaming, right?
Yeah, Team ESC, and those can put things out once again. 7-7 here, guys, and Smoke is down there towards B long, but that's not going to stop 7. 7's going to go ahead and just push up there. Already made his way towards quad. Is going to take 4 bit of damage. And Niza, though, eventually realizes that they have got wood control. 7 is going to go ahead and flash out that B balcony there, but that's not going to stop Niza at all, though. He gets the pick from Cage. And Niza now actually going to go ahead and watch his wood there in case there is possibly going to be a wood push there, but I don't think it's going to happen. 7 still holding his ground there towards wood. Dennis, in the meantime, though, playing off towards courtyard. Sada is actually in the machine room there. Cooper has the bomb alongside Sada as well. Cooper probably wanting to shift towards his teammate there as well, which is 7. And smokes and flashes are being used here, but still the SMR in the same position on this balcony here. Niza sniping as well towards B-Long. Will land the shot there onto 7. And Cooper now actually going to go ahead and rotate off towards his teammate Dennis. And Sada now is actually making his way up towards wood. Niza, though, still actually hasn't really spotted that, but will go ahead and jump on the box. Realizes is that they are there. Is going to go ahead and flash out. Switches back towards the AWP there. Can he land the shot? No, he's actually going to get leg shotted there. Dennis puts a couple of bullets into him. And Cooper actually already made his way towards A bottom. Still a 5v3 situation, but yeah, no one's defending A here. It looks like they're gonna have to do that from A top here. Dice left and 6 HP, but Cooper, though, will get a... Sorry, yeah, Cooper Cooper will find the frag there onto Avrod. Dennis actually got the Kobe, but looks like Niza will actually go ahead and trade that one up here. Sada watching the back there, will get gunned down from Tasty. It's a 3-on-1 situation now, all up to Cooper. Can we get a Cooper moment here? Spots Tasty, but doesn't react to him, and Tasty will go ahead and finish him up.
Well, an interesting round, considering 2 of the players tried to break through the wooden, through wood towards that A control room, and whereas at the same time, whereas people tried to crush down the stairs down to A, and well, they couldn't quite hold their ground once they planted the bomb.
No, indeed they couldn't, and now Dennis is going to go ahead and smoke out that wood so he can safely cross towards the A bottom, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. Nades are going out left, right, and center here, but doesn't look like anyone has taken any damage at all right now. Sata playing off towards yeah, looks like they will now eventually cross, and look what's going on here. Avrod's playing just on top of that thing though. Sada, though, will go ahead and pick off Dice, so Sada finds a double for himself as well. Sada still going on here, looking towards A top this time. Looks like A bomb side is now open for them. That bomb needs to go down here. Sada now thirsty for a bit more, well, for a few more kills here. Spots Niza and SMR. Niza, though, gonna go ahead and jump on top though, will take a bit of damage. That Tasty, though, coming in from the back, picks off the first one. 7 is gonna go ahead and trade them up, but looks like SMR will get the second trade as well. Niza still towards A top, is gonna go ahead and nade and smoke at the same time. Let's see what Sada's doing here. Sada now actually watching the back. 15 seconds left on the clock. Flash goes in, not affecting anyone. SMR now has to make a move. Tasty will actually spot him, but Niza gets the kill instead as he picked up a fresh AK. SMR, though, finds the last pick as well onto Snux. It's all up to Dennis. How can Dennis hold this? 3 seconds left on the clock. SMR will actually finish him up, and looks like in the meantime Niza was sticking that bomb defusal as well, and that is now 8-7 to Team Carnals.
Well,
beautiful retake, 3v2.
Just about 1 round to end up this half, and well,
2 rounds.
2 rounds?
Yeah, 8-7.
8-7.
Yeah, ooh, leg shot there coming out of Niza, and it looks like he will go ahead and switch towards the Deagle. Doesn't manage to finish up 7 there, sorry.
To flick.
Yeah,
look at the flick of the wrist. To fluke and to flick.
Look at the flick of the wrist. You know that song?
No?
No? Wow, I gotta show you that after the stream.
Alright.
Dice, though, is gonna go ahead and pick up Dennis there.
The only question is when.
Well, okay, let's say during the break I'll show you.
Yeah.
During the break. And Sada now actually grouped up with 3 of his teammates here towards this, well, 4 of his teammates here towards this B machine room. 7, though, is gonna quickly watch that back there just to make sure no one is behind him at all. 7 left on 10 HP, of course. SMR, though, once again playing off towards the balcony area behind this little ledge thing, I guess you could call it.
Mhm.
I don't know what you call this. Pillar? Ledge? I'm not quite.
Which one?
No, actually, he stood
Which
on a
one I
ledge.
showed?
Never mind.
This is a ledge, and the ledge is attached to a pillar.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
you.
A lilla.
yeah, yeah. If we merge the two words together, yeah,
A lilla.
yeah. And
Guys, there's a new term right there.
ESC though are gonna go ahead and make their way up towards B long here, and flashes will go in. Actually, SMR though not actually completely blind from them, and he is gonna go ahead and watch that L turn, but he has one towards his top left there. ESC though in the meantime making some noise towards wood here. Looks like they're gonna throw a fake in this one. Sada has already dropped towards that bottom. Snox now actually gonna rotate as well. So is 7. It looks like the fake actually worked here. Looks like all of Team Carnals have actually rotated towards this B side. We do have Avra towards A top there. Eventually though they have realized it has been planted towards A. Tasty now actually making his way up towards 7. 7 though will actually pay the price and get picked off there. Snox though does find the refract. Snox finds the double as well there. Snox are looking for the third. Switches towards the Deagle actually. Playing this completely smart. Picks up a run. Yes, the fourth there. Snox with a huge 4K to end that one up. And that's going to put them into the running once again. We're tied up here 4-4, 8-8.
Realized that somebody needs to step up. So he took the duty and made it happen. Unbelievable play coming out of Snox. So
and actually, it's my bad actually. I said it was 8-8. It's actually 9-8. My bad. My bad. You were actually right.
But anyway, I mean, we might at a Snox moment now.
A Snox. Whenever it comes to getting a 4K, it's a Snox moment. And Snox now. Well, speaking of Snox here, actually is gonna go ahead towards this A side here. Dice does have an has his AK in hand. Spots Sada though, but Sada is gonna go ahead and make short work of him on that one. Sada has the bomb in hand as well. Gets the one tap onto Avra, making it look like nothing pretty much. Dennis is there once again in between these little railings, and he can be very annoying in that position as well, as we know. Niza sniping towards the A ramp here. Looks like Cooper will get spotted there, but will find the frag. The SMR now coming in. Niza misses the shot as well. 7 literally right under the stairs there. Will go ahead and PK picks him up. Niza finishes Cooper with the deagle though. Niza now in a 1-on-4 situation here. Sada still playing off towards that top of playing off towards the top of that missile here. Niza has to push in here, but Dennis is there firing bullets upon bullets onto him, and looks like Snox will actually go ahead and finish that one up. So we're tied up here into an overtime. 9-9.
All these flashbacks.
Well, there you have it, guys. 9-9 is gonna be tying things up here, guys, in this first map. So we are gonna jump into an overtime, it looks to be, and obviously overtime will be played as previous, as how we initially started.
Teams prepare and set up, I can only remind you of following my co-mod or my main host via Twitter at speakers with a Z and an underscore, and myself at Friday with 3 Ys 11 at 8, and make sure to leave us some tweets that we can read out in pauses. I hope there aren't so many as yesterday.
I'm gonna quickly go ahead and type in ready there. So I think to conclude, initially, first off, very slow start there from Carnals, suddenly turns 5-4, 1 round in their favor, and then eventually ESC, being on the aggressive side of Blacklist, there managed to pull it back for a tie here. So let's see what they can do this time here, as we have just gone ahead and jumped into the game, guys. So let's go ahead and switch the screen for you. We see now SMR, SMR on the screen, of course, and let's see where he's headed. Looks like they're gonna head off towards this A side. Snox once again getting greedy towards that bottom. He's gonna go ahead and peek. He obviously doesn't know 4 players are right there. Looks like Dice is gonna go ahead and move off towards wood there. Snox does spot Avra. Dice is already close up. Will go ahead and pick him off there. Early aggression coming out of Team Carnals once again on the first round, and that's going to be an easy bomb plant for them. Looks like, unfortunately, Dennis was not close towards A down, so it looks like he isn't able to rotate there and generally help us Snox. But we see ESC now actually lining up for a rotate here. Nades upon nades towards that bottom A, and yet they do no damage whatsoever again. And Flash is going to go in from Sada there, and looks like Sada will be the first one to get a pick there. Dennis finds one as well. Dennis actually finds a second as well. Still running towards that bottom A. Niza though does find a pick with that AWP though. So does SMR onto 7. It's all up to Dennis now. 1-on-2 situation. Gets the kill onto SMR. Looking for the pick onto Niza. Niza is eventually going to run out of bullets there, but so does Dennis. Dennis though has to stick the defuse, but has no time whatsoever. Very well played there from Niza. But Dennis should have not have missed those deagle shots.
Never underestimate the bomb timer. That's
Yeah.
all I can add up to this. It piles up, you know, if you fail your deagle shots and the bomb timer is ticking down. I mean, it is obviously easy to reload your deagle, but it only has 7 bullets in the clip, so you will eventually end up, you know, running out of your bullets, and there's no way how you could chase an escaping T that basically just tries to waste the time.
Exactly. And well, yeah, let's see what happens here. I mean,
now it's
Dice
slow, and SMR is taking a very interesting position over there, and he might catch 7 off guard because he was very silent.
Oh!
And 7 picks himself up. Oh! Goes on the second
7 picks up both of them. They're looking for the third, and we'll get the third. Is he gonna flick towards that A down? Though we do have 2 players headed off towards that A down. Dennis is there, though. Snox will get picked off there. 7 though, probably telling his teammate, fall back. We'll go for the retake. 2 more to find
for 7. 2 more to find for
7.
Yeah,
2 more for 7 to find indeed. But I'm liking this call. I'm liking this call from 7 though. I'm pretty sure he just said to whoever was A down, presumably Dennis, look, fall back. We'll go for the retake here. We're up on numbers, 4v2 situation. So I'm liking this call. It looks like they're actually gonna trap him in. 2 coming from the back, 2 coming from the front. How? Well,
you pretty much said it. They did it in a very clever way because you know, they decided to wait, because if they drop, there's going to be no overstack. And they noticed that Cooper is going to be there along with Dennis and Sata that are on the flank, and they will be there in time. So Nisser is now eventually trying to push up on that A control room. Well, they know exactly we can't really place the bomb against 4.
And now look here, eventually Carnals now realizing
they see the clock is ticking away.
They have to force a fight here and literally charge their way through. It looks like Avrot's gonna go ahead and plant that bomb. 7 will get the pick there. Avrot's now coming in as well. Can 7 pick him up? No, 7 will fall to Avrot there. Avrot though is gonna go ahead and continually fire a couple of more bullets there, but Cooper will go ahead and pick him up there. And that's now 1 round on the scoreboard for Team ESC, tying things up here 1-1. And 1 more round now is actually remaining for this first half of the overtime, guys.
Yeah. Who did Nisser fall victim to? Was it?
I actually wasn't paying attention.
I believe it was.
I think
Dennis.
it was 7.
7 or Dennis, yeah.
Yeah, 7
Man
or
was
Dennis.
just inching his way up, and then well, it was very unlucky. He could have stayed in this control room, you know, and then he could have tried to explode, but well, he decided otherwise. That was a little bit of a mistake, but you know, in these situations, it really comes to to split seconds and thinking, and well, a small failed decision, or well, a wrong decision. How shall I put it? It was not a huge mistake, but you know.
And Avrot now here actually looking for this pick onto Dennis. That smoke is down, really working in Dennis's favor, but Dennis did get dinked down to 58 HP. Avrot in the meantime though left on 69. Flash goes in from Avrot though. Doesn't look like he's gonna follow up from that one. I'm liking this positioning coming out of Snox as well here, just watching the vent for 7, but at the same time able to flick around and watch the control towards that A side, towards that A bottom. And Dice now actually gonna go ahead and rotate off towards machine room here. SMR in the meantime though is gonna go ahead and jump in with him as well. Sada actually playing off towards balcony, and let's see what Sada does here. He does spot the players, is gonna go ahead and fall back. Dennis though will land the first headshot there. 7 follows up as well. Sada's gonna get taken off from Dice though. Dice now spots the second one as well, trying to pick him up, but it doesn't look like he can finish it. Cooper, no, there we go. Finally, Dice will pick off Cooper. Cooper did manage to get 1 kill there. Tasty is gonna go ahead and plant that bomb. 3v2 situation now. 7 and Snox and Dennis last 3 left alive to retake. Dice though does go ahead and spot him, but Snox is gonna go ahead and take him out. Tasty now 1v3 situation. Spot 7 there. Will go ahead and pick him up with a headshot. Trying to land the shot onto Snox though, but Snox will pick him up, and that's gonna be 2-1 now in this first half. And there we have it. Team ESC in the lead. 1 round.
Yep. Taking this driving seat place, would you call it like
taking
so?
taking the driving seat,
let's go ahead and just wait for the second half to start. Oop. No.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
And looks like the teams won't waste time and just switch over quickly, and we are ready to go. So everything is pretty much open. It's 2-1. It's not a total rip off or not a total suck out. Well, they only need to, like, I believe that the team Carnals really need to pick up the first round, and then everything can still go their way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Carnals not really showing as much aggression as they did earlier, but at the same time, though, they do need to go ahead and pick up the pace. And here we go, guys. We're gonna go ahead and jump off into the second half of this overtime, and let's see if Carnals can pull this into a golden round.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
We will, of course, be seeing ESC on the Globalist side now. Sorry, on the Blacklist side of things now. And let's see what they can opt to do
And
here.
you know what? All the close matches, they just prove how high the level has become over the years.
Exactly. And let's see what they do here. I'm expecting them to go towards A once again. And they will actually go ahead and flash that A down, but instead they're going to infiltrate that wood and B long area. And let's see what Nizer can do here. Does hear the AK shots as well. We'll get the first one onto Saturday. Switches back. Oh, what a quick scope coming out of Nizer there. Left on 8 HP now. Switches towards the flash there. Doesn't manage to land the flash shot there. But Dennis coming in from the back though. Will go ahead and pick him up. Avrot is going to get a double there onto Snox as he picked off Cooper as well. Dennis now last one left alive, and the tables have turned there. 1-on-3 situation for Dennis now actually. And 1 minute 45 seconds left on the clock here. And Avrot will go ahead and pick him up there. Beautifully played there from Nizer and Avrot. Nizer.
The C4 was dropped away in the worst possible position.
Yeah, indeed
just
it was.
On top of the balcony. There was no way of how you can get through there, like without losing a good deal of health in order to be able to play against two remaining players. You would probably be able to pick up one from the cage, but then you would still have to take on the two remaining, and well, I didn't really see a way of how you could, come back from this.
Yeah, indeed we did. And now nades are going out there, so are the smokes, but once again, no one really has taken any damage whatsoever. But looks like Team ESC now headed off towards this bottom A here.
And that was actually the round that I was talking about.
Yeah, Dice here now actually still holding this this bottom A. He does have Avrot alongside him as well, so let's see what these two can do here. Tasty playing in the A top area as well. Avrot just holding his ground. Dice actually rotated up towards Tasty now. Looks like Cooper's making his way with the bomb there. Avrot lining up a perfect flash actually. Seven just completely blind there, but it looks like Avrot's gonna actually wimp out there and head the other direction. Looks like they're gonna go in for a flank here. Who's that in mid there? I think it's actually Sada. Yeah, Sada gonna make his way towards Elton here. Not gonna realize they're coming in for a flank. They're already pretty much behind him. Nizer though will get the first kill there. Snoxo does straight up here. Looks like Snox will get a second as well. Nizer finds himself a second as well. Nizer finds himself a triple with that eagle, and now it's all up to Sada, who went for a long flank. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and stick that bomb. Nizer will collect himself that bomb diffuser, but no, actually he's gonna get picked up from Sada. Sada now 1-on-1 situation up against SMR. The SMR just trying to land the headshot, doesn't find it, jumps on top of the missile and will collect the kill. Damn, that was intense.
Make that the second round on the board, so just one more round and they will be grabbing the match. Like, they will be grabbing the map and we will take it to the second map.
Yeah, so 3-2
all tied up.
Yeah, no?
By the way, in terms of rounds in the overtime, yes.
Oh, okay.
And well, now this is going to be a slightly A-sided rush, as I believe they now made their way into that A-bomb site. As they will get outsmoked. I'm not quite sure whether this is not even helping a little bit out for the Escape Gaming players. That smoke that came out of, I believe it was Dice who threw it right there at the stairs. And they can go through, and if they shift, they will probably get noticed in the very last second, which will enable them going through without any damage taken. And considering these HA grenades aren't causing real damage from the air, no, not from the floor, not from the air. So yeah, they will be able to put down the C4. So it will happen at this very moment as I spoke. Cooper is gonna be planting that C4, leaving it in a 4v4 situation. And well, now the CTs really need to be explosive, and they are doing so now. Cooper picks up himself, SMR replies back onto Snox, and this will leave up SMR against Cooper in a 1-1 situation. 17 seconds on the clock. SMR will pick him up, and this is going to add a third round in the overtime. If he will be able to defuse, yes, he will be. And this is going to be adding a first map victory for the team Escape Gaming, I believe it is.
Yep, there we have it goes. So, yeah, we should just actually...
Or is it...
a win for Team Carnals, I think that was it.
Was it Carnals?
Yeah.
Was it Carnals?
Yep.
Oh, then I... Yeah, and I screwed up.
It's fine. So yeah, a win there, 14 Carnals indeed it is, and I think we're gonna actually go into a new room
sorry.
here as
My
accidentally the password was shown on the stream here. So let's just quickly go ahead and make a new room. It was actually my mistake as yeah, it was actually my mistake that as we were fiddling around with the scene, as I accidentally switched it to your PC, the room info showed on the stream accidentally, so
Okay.
we should go ahead and make up a new room here very shortly, guys. But yeah, in the meantime though, GG, 2-team Carnals there, but still one more round now actually remain. That is Tim. Just one more round. Sorry, one more map now remaining. 4-team Carnals for them to take this victory.
We're all busy.
Yep.
Now we're trying to figure out what happened to the room and where they wanna recreate it.
Well, they just made a new room, but they forgot to add the spectators in.
Yeah.
So and oh, looks like Mars has actually logged in as well now, so he should be alongside us.
Welcome back, Mars.
Yeah.
I hope you got a good sleep. Yeah. Who says that?
I don't know, the guy that was just in your room.
Oh yeah. Wow. You
The
should.
flame is
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
The flaming
I
is
know
real.
if I wanna reply back to you.
Yeah, I don't think.
All I can say.
I'm
is
not
that-
really bothered.
Yeah.
I think we
Oh.
should just leave it. Yeah, we'll
You
just
know,
leave that.
people like you who try to spoil fun for the viewers as well as the teams as well as the commentators should not be playing any game. I know you are a part of this game.
For those of you who are confused, this is actually just a message sent to me by someone in game called WCA, actually insulting.
Oh, we know
me
we
and
should
him.
we should not make this guy any famous, you know.
Yeah,
Because
but for those of you who thought Friday was directing it to you guys, we actually know it's just something that
it
was
was
just said to me.
I just said it to all of all of the prankers out there who are into crashing rooms and everything. It's entirely up to you. If you enjoy watching the stream, and you obviously do because you knew of the password, well, you are destroying the stream. So what shall I add more? I don't know.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
just sucks. There's not much to tell. Not much more to tell you. So
Indeed, and I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly invite Tim into this room as well as Mars. And looks like, guys, we are gonna be going to Ankara here.
really, in the second match, like in the second map
I
on Ankara.
I think so. Let me just quickly go ahead and invite you.
Now the tables have really turned, because we haven't seen Ankara in the second map up until now, at all. Will they switch back to port?
I think
Just
they
for
made
the
this
sake
knife,
of the
yeah.
knife round.
Yeah, just the sake, just for the sake of the knife, yeah, possibly.
We're probably now giving the weirdest looks ever.
We're really sorry about this, guys.
It's okay. Everett says they go for Ankara, and up next will be the knife round, or the side pick. This is the current state.
Yeah, okay, so I was just gonna say it's up to these guys if they wish to knife or therefore give them the side, but Avrot has decided that we will be seeing Ankara here, guys. Today we will be seeing, of course, Ankara for the second map, and Avrot has opted that they go for a knife rounder just to even things up, really, and well, even up things, and give themselves a 50-50 chance of getting the side that they of course prefer. So who are we waiting for? I believe we are waiting
For me.
Yeah, for you as well as Dice, I believe. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and invite you here. Again, guys.
I figured out the password.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Again, guys. Sorry about that little scene switch thing there. It was just a little failure in the buttons that I was clicking that accidentally showed Friday's PC. But everything is now well and good here. And Mars is actually in the room. Mars, if you're watching, hello.
Hey.
Big shout out to Mars, of course, and Tim. And we are just gonna
As
be
well
starting
as
up.
all of the rest of freaks for you that are
Yep.
hosting the tournament and that are
Exactly.
hosting the live transmission and all around it.
And
the
also,
gateway.
I don't think we have done so, but the Chinese live feed. You gotta say hi to those
Yeah,
guys as
sure.
well. What's up, Chinese people?
You say ni hao,
Ni hao.
ni hao.
There we go. I was actually gonna say what's up, Chinese people, but
Yeah.
I don't think that was gonna actually sound right. But ni hao,
Ni hao.
ni hao. I don't know how to say how are you, but I'll just say in English.
I know how to say no. It's shay shay.
Shay shay. Okay. So ni hao, shay shay.
Yeah. But I don't know how to say please, how to say thank you.
The most simplistic terms, yeah.
All I know is if you walk.
It's
through-
actually the same for me because like in German, I know how to say like hello, moin, danke, but I don't know
Yeah.
how to say like please or anything else because I've never done it.
I believe this is also a bit difficult for
Yeah.
for an English speaker to catch up with all the German words
Yeah.
because it's much harder to pronounce.
Exactly. I do feel like there's
And I
It's-
admire people who can speak Chinese and who learn it at university or. at
yeah.
school,
I
like,
mean
wow, this is so hard.
Chinese is obviously one of the hardest languages to learn
Yeah,
in the
because
world.
there are so many signs to learn,
So many sides.
and
to
they
learn, of
all do
course.
the calligraphy thing, like they all draw the signs and everything.
Yeah,
at school.
even
Wow,
the
this is
signs,
crazy.
like like when you look at the signs have no resemblance in the way the way you speak it.
Yeah,
It's
not at all.
it just
a tree might look like like that.
yeah.
You know,
It's
it's a tree.
it's
Each sign represents
confusing.
one semantic. How do we call it? One semantic concept.
yeah, and see, even I'm confused by that term already. So
Semantic concept is like if you have a signifier and a signified. Like the signifier is what shows something, and the signified is what's in the in a nutshell or between the lines.
But again, we are still waiting for dice here, so I think it's safe to say we can run a quick 1 minute countdown here just for us to catch a little bit of a breath and have a quick sip of water or something, and we will be back very shortly, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna run a quick 1 minute countdown. Okay, guys, we are back here once again now, and finally Dice has joined the room here. We're very sorry about that delay, but it looks like everything is all well and good now, so I'm
gonna
gonna go ahead
and commentate over that knife round.
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Yep, here we go. So we have map has actually already been chosen here. We are actually knifing for the side right now, and Tasty though will actually find himself a double. Dice finds one as well, and well, Cooper just slashing away here. Dice actually finds two, and Niza will finish things up there, guys. So looks like Team Carnals will go ahead and take that knife round. So let's see which side they opt to take. Map has already been chosen, of course, which is Ankara. Now presumably, yep, I guess they were gonna take the global side, of course. So good luck, have fun to both of these guys. Now remember, Team Carnals already won the first map, of course, Friday, as we already witnessed, and now this is all to play for. Remember, guys, this is the first semi-final. Whichever team wins this will be headed to the finals, of course, to battle it out for that place to China and that
will
10k.
be huge money already, because
Yeah,
the
it's
second place is
10K.
going to receive 4.5. So once you get there, you will be sitting with, let's say, how many euros? 800 euros each? No, 900 euros each.
Yeah, yeah, roughly around that margin.
Unless
yeah.
you have to share with your organization.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I wouldn't. I would probably try to mumble it down, you know,
Yeah.
to muzzle it down, or how would you call it?
Like
I didn't win. Yeah, we played.
You try haggling it down, negotiating it, yeah. But let's go ahead and kick things into this game here, guys, as we will have Team ESC playing on the blacklist side of things, of course. And let's go ahead and get these things on the... Well, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling, should we say.
Probably.
Snox here already looking to head off towards this A side here. Let's actually take a look at the setup. We see 2 people towards B here on this bridge and 3 people towards this A from Team Carnals. And... Excuse me.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I get it. I got it.
I'm very sorry about that. Yeah.
Sorry.
And ESC now actually making their way towards the A bomb side here. Cooper's pretty close towards that vent, as well as his teammate Snox, and I think that's Dennis, yeah, and Dennis as well. Let's take a look at Dice and Avro, though. These two are both Avro and Dice here, both actually under the stairs actually. And let's see what they do. Cooper's about to make a push here. He has been spotted, but Dice picks him up instead. And now Dice actually is, yeah, Dice will actually pick him up instead there. Sada though does get the trade up onto Dice, and Niza now actually sniping from the, what is that, the tower area actually. Typically I always used to see Ilif play this angle as well. It was actually quite
Ilif played many angles.
Yeah. And 7 though will actually go ahead and pick up SM. I don't know why I thought of Ilif then. I don't know why, but I just remember he always used to be.
Like if
he
you
always
lose your
used to
leg,
be in that
it's
tower.
like if you lose your leg,
Yeah.
you still think it's there. And Ilif.
That's actually quite a nice analogy. I like that. I like that.
Ilif stopped playing last year, and we are missing him a lot.
Ooh, SMR sticking the diffuse here. Is he going to be able to do it? Yes, he does. Picks up the diffuse there on the subject of Ilif. Never mind, but Ninja. Yeah, Ninja, sneaky beaky like that coming out of SMR. Will pick up the diffuse there.
A sneaky ninja is what? A ninja.
Yeah, well put there, pretty much. A ninja play there coming out of SMR. Sneaky beaky, like, as you guys probably might know that term from CS, of course. Dice now actually just playing leapfrog there in that A vents, and we got 3 people towards this A actually. Avra there just shooting through the smoke, is gonna get lit down to a 71 HP here, but again though 1 round on the scoreboard here, 14 Carnals of course, and let's see what they can do. Cooper is pretty much towards that B long area, but not gonna give you any information of course to Team Carnals at this point. Very early on, doesn't want to give himself away, is just gonna go ahead and watch for that push, and will go ahead and pick off SMR there. Fires a couple of shots towards Tasty, almost as if he knew he was gonna be playing there. 7 and Saturn out actually under this in the underpass here. Tasty playing off towards the bomb site, and it looks like Niza is gonna go ahead and snipe that mid there. Tasty has to watch wood, has to watch hotel, and underpass has 2 players right under him. Saturn is gonna go ahead and pick him up there. Niza has to get himself into a decent position here to see if he can land the cross shot. Smoke is gonna go down there, so is the flash, so is the nade as well. 2 flashes going on, 2 nades going out there, still not doing any damage. 7's gonna get leg shot, then nade goes in from Niza, double nade goes in as well. Can they finish him up? No, they can't. Niza now gonna hold the angle towards the tower there. Snox playing literally towards the generators there, but Dice is gonna go ahead and run in there, picks off 2 kills with the AK, switches towards the Digger, now positioned himself in the tower. This could be very possible here. Niza picks off Dennis with the Digger, Dice gets the second one, and Bomb is gonna get defused there. Another fair ninja moment you could say from Team Carnals, but what a way to end that second round as well. 2 rounds on the scoreboard for them.
Ninja to some extent. I would just believe that Escape just allowed, or ESC allowed the Team Carnals to get really to defuse the C4, and they went too far away. They tried to retake a retake, which we witnessed also yesterday, and it didn't really quite work out. So, you know, you should probably just try to hold your ground once you plant the bomb and not allow the CTs to just enter your ground.
They should have practically done what Cooper did, which was play passively. As if you saw towards B long, he played passively, waited for SMR to push up, and then got the kill. And frankly, I find that ESC's setup right there for that B bomb site, they're too far away from the bomb. They can't possibly hold, even though they planted it for generators, they couldn't possibly have held it from hotel. But nonetheless, so they are headed off towards this A bomb site here. Dennis will get the first pick that Dice though does trade up once again here. Dice are really pulling out some weight here, already on 6 frags in the first 2 rounds. Well, the current 3rd round now, should I say. And Dice actually watching the entrance there. Niza though does miss the shot there, but that isn't really going to be much of a price he can pay. 67 HP left on Niza. That he did take a little bit of damage there from that nade, but Nonetheless, the 4v4 situation here, and looks like who is this playing off in CT? Is that SMR? Yeah, SMR literally right next to a player here. Who is that player? That seems, I think that is Seven actually, who's made his way up towards the CT area, right outside their base here. Seven could make a huge play actually, and let's see what he does here. SMR is possibly gonna peek out here. I'm not quite sure, but Sada's making his way now actually in the A connector, watching the CT window as well. Nizer sniping off towards A, and Nizer though fires a shot that doesn't land. At Seven though will get the kill onto SMR as he infiltrated the CT base. Dennis now actually about to push in as well. Has a player literally on the side there, which was Dice, and Nizer though will land the shot onto Dennis here. Dice now comes in from the back, poorly played by him, and Cooper will go ahead and pick him up there, and that's gonna be 2-1 guys on the scoreboard.
Well, pretty much open yet again. And well, I believe this was a second round back-to-back for the CTs, if I'm not mistaken. Well, you know, they managed planting the C4, and then they don't manage to hold the C4. So something must be wrong with these guys at the moment. Like, they must have lost, shall I say composure, or shall I just say like
composure and momentum?
Momentum and composure, but I would say they just waste too many grenades, because grenades are something that you can utilize in order to keep away the CTs from defusing, or at least from entering the site. And then you can go with it.
Oh, beautiful 2K there coming out of Seven. Sorry to cut you off, but beautiful 2K nonetheless. It survives on 50 HP. Oh, that should have been a kill there from Team Carnals, but unfortunately doesn't look like they would get that one. But yeah, continue as to what you were saying.
Well, I just wanted to point out that, you know, you should utilize smoke grenades in Ankara a lot, especially on that A bomb site.
I mean, they're not there for, you know, looks,
especially the smoke. There's probably nothing you can do in order to obliterate the smoke in this game, but you can, you know, work around the BP.
I mean, a smoke is, you know, in itself designed to delay pushes and make plays, etc. And obviously, if teams aren't going to be utilizing their projectiles, then frankly, they should not even have them in their bags, you know?
Yeah.
So, but let's see what they do here. Flash does go in here, so does the nade actually from Seven. Two flashes, sorry, coming into that B bomb site. But it looks like Nizer is sniping from the CT angle, misses the shot there onto Seven, but is going to snipe towards the ramp now, switches towards the nade, is going to go ahead and nade out that generator. Not quite sure if anyone's there right now, but Avrot and Dice there actually on the bomb side here. Looks like they're fairly stacked towards this B. Seven though makes it out alive. Cooper though does pick off Avrot. Seven still running away. Dice is going to go ahead and chase him. Seven still not going to get picked up. Nizer now, sorry, sniping off towards the B bomb site, but has Cooper literally right behind him. But Dice is behind Cooper. Cooper does actually does realize that. We'll go ahead and pick off Dice. Is all up to Nizer now. 1v4 situation here. Can he do this for the 5k? Can he do this for the video? He's gonna go ahead and push up towards the CT base here with the deagle in hand. I'm looking for some beauty taps now coming out of Nizer. Nate does go in here. Dennis right behind this wall here, and Dennis will go ahead and pick him up, and that's gonna tie things now 2-2.
And not a single smoke was thrown today. Again. Maybe when the stream catches up, you know, on Twitch, somebody's gonna tell them, you know, guys, you should probably
utilize your smokes. Exactly. But talk about smokes. There are 2 smokes gonna go out there from Team ESC. Oh, indeed. And well, actually, they have just smoked out that underpass. So maybe a mid/AC play coming out of Team ESC here. Smoke is actually down in that mid, so probably Seven to looking to get that AC control, in which he is. Yep. And we do have Dice actually with the sniper here. What is he? The Dice with the sniper? I've never seen this before. Let's see what he can do here. He does have 7 in that A connector, but also does have a player towards bottom A, which is Avrot watching the A main push there. But Dice is gonna go ahead and fall back there. Still has the open hand. Throws the smoke out as well. Seven still playing off in the A connector here. Spots Nizer, picks him up. That beautiful pick there coming out of Seven, getting the 5v4 early advantage. A minute and 30 seconds left on the clock now. Dice about to peek there. Snox will go ahead and spot him there. Seven about to peek out as well, but instead Sada picks him up instead from... Where was that from? From mid actually there. Sada will go ahead and pick him up there. That's 2 picks now for Team ESC. They need to make do with these picks. They have the numbers advantage. They have the utilities as well, and the projectiles.
They do the move through that B connector.
Exactly, that B connector is where the plays happen.
Look where the CTs are heading. They just bought this fake completely from A, and that smoke finally got utilized and used to perfection, as 4 Ts will be entering that B bomb site, and they will be able to do that easily. Now they are about to enter as a as the fourth player will tag along from the hotel over to that B bomb site and look at the positioning of 7, I believe it is, in CT spawn. So yeah, he could potentially turn out crucial because no SMR will be on the assist. So there's one guy, yeah, sitting over there. I don't need SMR, excuse me. 7 sits on the, how do you call it nowadays? Balcony or tower? Tower. Okay.
Yeah, standing in the tower there. SMR now about to make his way up. 7 though still not going to give them anything to work with. Tasty's literally in that CT. Avrot's going to jump out as well. Is 7 going to make the play here? He's peeking, but doesn't really spot anyone. Will spot Avrot there. Finally picks him up here. Dennis though will finish things up as well. And Snox ends up SMR. Beautifully played there from 7. Knew they had he knew they sort of were stacked towards that A side. Took the CT control. Played it beautifully.
Maybe that was...
His team, great follow-up also.
Yeah.
Bish bash bosh.
Bish bash. Well, I believe they haven't used smoke grenades up until now because they wanted to use it for fakes.
I presume so. I mean, Pent are very well known for their smokes.
Coming out of the team ESC right now, up middle. Because now it's completely covered up by smokes, and I just want to see the team Carnals reaction.
Yeah, let's see what they do here. I mean, Niza though will get the first pick there onto Dennis, and giving his team that the 5v4 early advantage. But Team ESC though gonna make their way towards this underpass here once again, and let's see what they do here. Is anyone watching that yet? Tasty, they're playing a very discreet angle as well, this little headshot position, but as soon as someone crosses him, he'll have to do something about it. But 7 has been spotted. That Tasty are gonna go ahead and nade that one out. He has 3 players in that underpass, no damage taken from that nade at all. Tasty gonna waste a flash as well, but may possibly get them to back off. But it looks like they already have backed off, but that flash did not affect them whatsoever. Cooper in the meantime though is playing towards Hotel. Maybe they're gonna rotate back once again here to the underpass possibly, and I think someone dropped down in that underpass. Who was that? Yeah, Tasty. Tasty getting very aggressive. He's gonna explode onto Snox now. Niza finds the kill onto 7 there, and now it's all up to Sada and Cooper. Sada will get the first pick there onto Tasty. And Cooper making his way up there. Dicedor will end him instantaneously there. Avrot pretty close there along with SMR. And Sada will get picked up there. And that's going to be a break, I think, from Team ESC. 3-3.
For what reason?
Let's go ahead and see the... let's go ahead and see what is the reason behind this break here, guys. So, but yeah, 3-3 now currently on the scoreboard. And...
yeah, shall we continue with the smoke utilization or just leave it up to that?
No, I think we've done enough about the smokes, but I mean, yeah, like you know, currently 3-3, and actually I changed my mind. Yeah, let's actually talk about the smokes. I mean,
I believe the smokes were the key factor for winning the rounds.
I mean, you remember how we spoke yesterday, saying, of course, you know, Ankara is like probably twice, like Eagle Eye, but practically bigger.
Yeah.
And if it's bigger, like, you know, there's gonna be certain areas that you need to
cover up.
Yeah, cover up, zone out practically. You know, force the players to move to a different position where you know you can pinch and get the kills. Yeah. But if you're not gonna utilize your smokes, then there's no way you're going to be able to do that. There's no way you're going to be able to reject positions for the other players and then force it through the way you want.
2 things in this game, especially I believe. One of which is they buy you a lot of time.
Of course.
The second is they give you a little bit of shelter along your way once you want to enter a site, like let's say in terms of rushes, because the smoke, when it goes off, it's pretty thick. And then it starts to, you know, to blow off, and then it gets even bigger, and then it's not as powerful as it is at the beginning. So you would normally use the smoke for a quick rush. And the third thing is, if you are smoking out a person that stands in the smoke, you can pretty much just fire into that area, and you will always hit it, because in CrossFire, it has a specification.
Like we saw Niza on
your
A
name
bottom.
Will light up through the
smoke.
Yeah,
like we saw Niza on A bottom on Subbase, got that 2k for his team. Yeah, he got that 2k for his team, made it 5-4 in that first half, if you remember. Yeah. And yeah, so like exactly what you're saying. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and ready up.
And I believe in Ankara, smokes can be used in order to fake a lot, because you know, once you throw a smoke, you will take your time in order to, you know, make your way all through the long distance. So basically the smoke will be so much spread up that it's not going to be able to give you shelter, but it will be able to, you know, to give you a fake moment, because at that very moment, all the cities can do is just, you know, walk around and see whether they can get a glimpse out at you from around the side. And that's exactly what they did before. Like, I believe they applied a smoke at the entrance of A, and this bought them, first off, time, and secondly, it
at least
a lot.
15 seconds.
I was actually viewing the scene, and I was showing you, like, I was pointing my finger at, like, you know, from the top view. And I saw how exactly, like, the moment the smoke commenced in the entrance, I saw how the city started rotating from the city side over to that A side. And at the same time, the T's were able to go through the B corridor. And they got in there without losing any single health.
Exactly. And
Point.
I mean, like, literally the prime example I can give here is, for any of you who ever watched Penta's demos, like Penta's games, like especially on Ankara, they, like, personally I think they have two sort of dedicated players that will always throw smoke fakes, and that will always be either Rain, sometimes Loons, and then sometimes FaZe. And those, those three players are always dedicated to do so. And I mean, like, sometimes it obviously works, sometimes it doesn't. But like, if you just watch like a simple game from Penta on Ankara, you'll realize how much they actually utilize their nades, how much they actually utilize their smokes plus their flashbangs.
Congratulations, you understood the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and see what happens here, guys, as we're gonna go
I mean,
back
in
into
terms
the
not
game.
You understood the game, but the team. That
Yeah, the team. Yeah. I understood.
Game,
I understood your reference. And so ESC now back into the first half here. Remember, guys, it is 3-3 currently. 3 more rounds remaining now, and let's see what happens here. Cooper has the bomb in hand. They're sending 3-4 players off towards this middle, or 5 players towards this middle actually, and we're probably going to be seeing a huge death match here in this underpass towards mid. But actually, no one's watching mid. No, actually, it's Nizer watching mid. Or, well, partially watching mid, should I say. He does have the deagle in hand. Personally, I'd opt for him to take the AK, but then again, he is actually a beast with that sniper. But SMR and Tasty both playing off in this hotel. Tasty actually has a very good angle in this one, if you pay attention here. He's actually watching it from hotel. Not watching it from site, but actually from hotel. And now this obviously gives them map control. Smokes are going to go in here. But instead, the team ESC gonna flash over towards this A here, but instead they're gonna be sending the bomb towards B. So this could actually work out for them. Another flash goes in there from team ESC, but Dice are actually already low to 8 HP. Nade goes in. Avrot though will get picked off. So will Snox actually, and now this is gonna be the cue for team ESC to push onto that B side as well. Tasty's gonna get picked off here. Nizer looking to get a kill. Will find the pick there onto Cooper, but SMR towards this B side as well. They sort of read this fake, but they have to hurry up as they have players coming up towards him. Nizer's not paying any attention at all towards his behind. Well, actually will do so now. I think he heard my call there. And he goes ahead, fires a shot there, but 7 will go ahead and pick we'll go ahead and pick off SMR here. Nizer now doesn't know what to do. He's actually trapped from in front of him and behind him. 7 though is gonna go ahead and perhaps plant up that bomb, but Snox will go ahead and finish that up. And what a beautiful round that was from ESC. They used 2 flashes for the A side, didn't straight away push, of course, but did a lot of damage to Dice and then just exploded. And at the same time, that was the cue for the other 3 players in the underpass to explode towards the B side. There you go, Bob's your uncle, round secured. And now
I don't
4
really
to 3.
much to add to that.
Yeah.
It pretty much wraps it up, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And now 7 though, once again. So, yeah, go ahead.
We pretty much have become like the smoke, flash grenades, analysts, if you will.
we are the nade analysis, guys. Forget the aim play, forget the team play.
You know, they also allow us to, you know, work along with this because, yeah, they are just using them to perfection nowadays.
Yeah.
The first 2 rounds they didn't do it at all, and now they seem to catching up.
Forget statistics, we are professional nade analysis.
Yeah.
That's how it goes here, guys, in the Freaks for You gaming studio. But anyway, though, Tasty watching mid here. SMR actually does have. There we go. Nizer though will go ahead and pick off Dennis. That SMR has 2 jobs here, but it looks like Team ESC are actually already on the B bomb side here. He wasn't watching his behind. Nade flash goes in as well. SMR, is he gonna go back? Yep. Finally realizes they are actually on the B bomb side. SMR gonna head his way now towards that B bomb site. Is actually playing off in this little corner in hotel. Tasty is there, so coming up from CT. Nizer though kicks things off there with the kill onto Snox, that opening up the bomb site pretty much. Sata and Cooper last 2 left alive here. Sata in a very nice corner here, will go ahead and spot Nizer there, picks him up there. Tasty gets the trade though, and Cooper finishes things up there. A very nice. I think that was a 4v2, 3v2 situation for them. Beautifully executed. Well, beautifully done that from ESC.
And then it became a 3v2, and
Yep.
then it became a total
There we go.
clearance.
So beautifully done there from ESC, and that's going to be now 4-2 here, guys, on the scoreboard. Team ESC.
Yet again, this B corridor entrance gets outsmoked in order to fake, and they will not make a move just yet. They stay back. Snox will, you know, just inch his way into that middle, tries to see whether or not some CT will come from that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
5-3
corridor. 5-3.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
my bad.
I didn't even calculate. across
Yeah,
the board.
so sorry, my bad, there, guys.
I will leave it up to
5-3.
you. Well, now as they have faked at this B corridor, they will be trying to make their way in through the stairs up B probably, and then I believe they will be trying to execute a pick and then decide whether or not they will be entering that B bomb site, because it has worked out for them. Well, at least the last 2 rounds, so they might want to pick up on that.
Indeed, they might want to, and looks like ESC we're gonna go ahead and push up that mid there, but SMR has been spotted there. I was liking his positioning early, but it doesn't look like that's gonna fare for him quite as much, though, as he is gonna get picked off by 7. But it looks like Tasty was there to also trade up on towards him, so even trades now coming out of team Team Carnals. Obviously Carnals now actually in the advantage, as Sada is left on 37 HP, so across the board here, again, Carnals in the advantage right now. 50 seconds left on the clock here. Cooper's going to line up a smoke, probably going to smoke out that mid. Probably wants to get into that A connector so he can group up with his team. ESC now actually shifting towards this A bomb site. It looks like it's probably going to be an A push. Avro has actually noticed this as well. He's rotating towards that A bomb site, towards Dice. Snoxel and Cooper going to probably make their way up towards this CT here. They could actually pinch them from behind, but 2 players now actually coming up into the spawn. Tasty and Nizer, and looks like Snoxel will go ahead and jump in. That Cooper will get the pick there. Nizer's not going to do much about it. Avros there though, he spots him, puts a couple of bullets into Cooper. They're going to get dinked down to 56 HP as well. Sada though will pick off Avro there. Dice there finds the first pick there, but Sada finds the double kill. Cooper now spraying bullets onto Nizer. It's a 1-on-3 situation for him. Nade's in though, gun pushing into that nade. Counter nade comes in as well, left on 44 HP as well. Another nade goes in, not doing much damage to Nizer at all. Cooper now holding the angle, I think just under the stairs. That flash goes in from Sada, beautifully timed as well. Nizer's completely blind. Where is he looking? Is he looking right? Is he looking left? What is he going to do? Bomb still ticking away here. Sada's been spotted. Then Nizer shoots the bullets there, and Cooper will finish him up there.
Would you believe they bought at least 3 to 4 seconds through that flash grenade?
Yep.
They were quite afraid of him, you know, and yet they were able to buy themselves time through that flash grenade, and it seems like they heard our words and finally, well, made that grenade presence known.
Yeah, indeed it is. So 6-3 now on the scoreboard here for Team ESC, and I mean, if I remember correctly, Carnals won the first map, of course. So this
might take us to a 3rd map, right?
Yeah, could. Yeah, I really didn't want to say
you
it might
didn't
take
want
us.
to take this word in your mouth, right?
Yeah, I mean, because like is this is practically shaping up to how it was yesterday, the first game.
I tried avoiding this malicious word, but you know, I couldn't quite hold myself and did it as well. Well, guys, they decided to just quickly jump into the second half. So we are gonna go ahead and yeah, we'll talk you through the second half as well, and let's see what's gonna happen. As I believe the T's are setting up for a mid push without any smoke grenade whatsoever, and they decided to eventually go for that B bomb side. As the first round will fall victim to 7, as 7 gets traded by Everett. I believe they're now about to make a move. Sata will reply back onto Asamar, and this will leave all up to a 43 situation. Everett, Tasty, and Nicer pretty much sitting with 100 points of health over there, and Cooper now really needs to pull off his Cooper moment. So, well, let's just wait and see. 4 against 3 is the situation right there. The C4 hasn't gone down just yet, and 1:30 on the clock now. The C4 goes down. 40 seconds now left for Cooper. Who will be accompanied by Sata, who will be trying to make their way through that B corridor, as Dennis, if you will, and Snox will be assisting around their flank, completely covered up by the smoke. This is what I was talking about. The smoke buys them a little bit of time. They can't really go through without, you know, any strain. So this gonna be the counter smoke against. Oh, Tasty catches up bullet, and
Beautifully played there from Sada. Beautifully executed. 5 seconds to defuse that bomb. Who's actually on the bomb defuse?
It was such a beautiful representation of what I was just trying to point out, how the smoke grenades are just so functional in such a huge map. They buy so much time. Did you see how long it took the CTs to go through the smoke?
Yep.
Until they realized, well, there's nobody around, we can flash and we can enter. I mean, this is the way this map should be played, and I think if the Chinese variety is watching us now, they will be scared a lot, to say the least, because, you know, Ankara was a
repping the CrossFire Europe community, guys. Hope you guys are as well.
I think we should step back and do not analyze so much of the smoke play, because this is gonna, you know, devalue the chances of the European teams.
Indeed,
or decrease the chances.
Yeah, the hype of the CrossFire European team is real, guys. But anyway, though, Team Carnals headed off towards this Ace here. Cooper's literally right under them as well. Cooper has been spotted, fires a couple of bullets there. Won't get a kill at all, as Dice will get the pick there. Sada though trades up onto him, gets 2 kills, now flicks towards behind him. He has 2 players literally in that corner. Nice and Tasty though actually going to back off. They don't want to contest this. Sada left on 13 HP. He needs to reposition himself, but Tasty will overwhelm him and pick him up there. 7 now literally outside the CT area. Or should I say the CT area behind the box here. Tasty and Nizer, last 2 left alive. Nizer left on 100 HP, should probably opt to take an AK here, but then again, he is a main sniper. He's almost like yeah, well, actually I was gonna refer to 15 OL, but that's probably taking it a bit too far. But anyway though, Nizer probably standing in the chance here to get these picks. 2v3 situation here. Tasty realizes no one's in that tower, safe for a bomb plan here. 9 HP, probably not the best idea for him to stand behind the box, pretty much. I mean, probably a best idea for him to stand off behind a wall, but 7 though is gonna push in there, but it looks like Dennis has got his back there. It's all up to Nizer now. Gets the first kill there through the flash. 2-on-1 situation for him now. Has the pistol in hand, spots Snox there. Snox will go ahead and drop down, and we'll go ahead and pick him up there. And that is
for Nicer to end up with this AWP, in the sense that this is probably not the gunpowder you want to have by the end of the round, especially when the bomb is planted, unless it is like a far way to snipe, but not in an SQB encounter.
Yep, and Nizer now actually going to go ahead and snipe up that mid. 2 rounds here on the scoreboard for Team ESC, making things out 8-3 on the scoreboard. Nizer in the meantime though headed off towards that A bomb site. Cooper playing on top of bomb site as well on this little ledge here. And Smoke's all gone down here, so still fairly early on here. 2 minutes left to go. Nade does go out from SMR. They're going to go ahead and pre-fire that little door there, just wasting a fair bit of ammo. But does not matter, well, he has the information and realizes no one is there. Of course, Nate does go out towards that entrance.
See how uncertain you become once a smoke goes down.
Yeah.
All you can do is, you know, you can have your luck. You can try your luck and have a guess whether or not the T's will be in the smoke or not. And this has given them a little bit of shelter along their way as they try to go through A long, and well, you know, knowing there are 2 people at A will make them gather together and go through that A corridor with 4 men, I believe, as they now will commence. A flash will come up. No, not quite. They will decide to leave the flash away, but the smoke will cut off the CTs. Sata completely outsmoked, and he's cut off. He can't really put the aggression on just yet. Now they are just spraying and trying to find out whether or not they will be landing shots. A flash grenade will be coming in by 7, and I believe this will be the moment when they will be trying to enter that site. And well, wrong spot flash. Now he was trying. Oh my word! So unlucky. Everett makes that too. Everett goes on the streak, makes that a 3rd one.
Wow. Makes that a baby, a triple coming out of Everett there. And that's gonna put things now 8-4 here.
That was also a very interesting flash there, like a pop flash, if you will.
CS:GO style.
The CS:GO style, but it didn't really help him out a lot.
Not really, it didn't, but 8-4 now here on the scoreboard. Smoke's going down here, and looks like now Team Carnals want to head off towards this B bomb site. And Nizer sniping up that hotel here. Looks like Snox is going to make his way there along with 7. Snox just jumping up and down, and let's see what he can do. I mean, Smoke is down, should possibly spot the players there as soon as they decide to peek. And Let's see what happens. I mean, Niza making his way up now. Actually going to be sniping up that tower now. I actually haven't noticed many people playing in that tower as of late. Especially from Team ESC side. The only time they only did it was with Cooper. But 7 Dog gets 3 kills there for his team. And eventually gets picked up from Tasty there. But what a hold there coming out of 7. It's all up to Tasty and Niza now. Niza fires a deagle shot there. Is going to go ahead and push into the bomb side there with Tasty. They literally have no other option. They can't really go back. They're probably going to get sandwiched in there by from Cooper. And Tasty now making his way, running up towards the BC area. Sada is pretty close as well. Sada just playing towards the CT here. And Snox in the meantime though is directly on bomb side. He picked off the first one. 1-on-4 situation now for Niza. Can Snox pick him up here? Let's see what it does. Niza left on 92 HP. Very possible for him to do so. But he's just giving him more time to peek. Or more time to rotate. And Snox will go ahead and pick him up. So one more round now remaining, and we will be running into a tiebreaker map, guys.
A tiebreaker map sounds much better than the malicious. Well, how did we call it? the third map or so.
Yeah, third map. See, when we say third map, we sound so depressed because we're like, can't we have a break, please? Please, we're dying up.
We surely will take a break after this.
Yeah, of course, most definitely.
A little bit of time.
Most definitely, we should probably take like a 5-minute break out, before we jump into the third map. But anyway, guys, let's just keep the ball rolling, as people say. Friday, smoke is gonna dissipate towards to that A long area, but it looks like Avra and perhaps I think that was Sada are gonna go ahead and refresh that one. So 2 smokes are thrown from either side. Avra watching the AC, and Nate goes in there, not really doing much damage at all, and Niza in the meantime is sniping up CT. Another smoke goes down, so not really much action at all. They're just sort of like staring at a place and not really, seeing if ESC are gonna get aggressive. Now, it's funny how aggressive ESC are, especially Snox, are towards the, let's say towards A bomb sites and B bomb sites, but on a map such like as big as this, Snox really does tend to play defensive. Eventually now a flash will go off towards that A bomb site here.
And
Cooper
just played a plain fake, whereas all of his teammates were at the A site. And now let's see what he's gonna continue doing. He goes like he has this AWP, and I don't believe this is a very smart decision to go up against Snox just with the deagle and the AWP. And he decides to wait. I believe he will be the flanker, like the renegating one. Whereas, his teammates seem to be pushing up that B connector. I think it was a 2-side fake. First off, they faked A, then Nissa or Nicer faked B, and
they
then
just ran straight past Snox, not paying attention. Snox will go ahead and pick him up there, and will fall to Tasty there. But Asimar lands a beautiful headshot down to Dennis. He's all up to 7. Sada and Cooper now. And I mean, as you were saying, then never really looking. I mean, were they expecting Niza to clear out 3 positions?
No.
He can't do that with the nope, surely. I mean,
but with the smoke.
With the smoke and the deagle, yeah, sure. But with the nope, you can't clear out 3 positions like that. No. Okay, props for them to planting the bomb, but it looks like this
retake. 20 seconds on the clock, 16, make it 15. And they will continue fragging. Well, Everett finds the last kill on the round. Cooper will fall victim to him. So 2-3 is the scoreline at the moment.
Unbelievable.
In the favor of ESC still.
Yeah, it's still in the favor of ESC, 9-5, but that round could have gone a lot more better for Carnals, in my opinion. Like, especially sending Niza Show, sending him towards B Hotel. But if they think he can clear out 3 angles or even possibly 4 angles with the nope, it's literally impossible. But Sata though does kick things off there with the first kill. Cooper now, Sata actually, finds another one there. Niza getting sprayed down there. Sata will eventually fall to dice there. Cooper now looking for another pick there, will find one, but 7. Avro will go ahead and pick him up there. 7 finishes it up with the 2 deagles shots, and that is going to be a GG. 10
this is going to be
10-5. I got 5.
You got 5. Yeah, 10-5. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 10-5.
10-5 is the
so 10-5, guys, and we are gonna go into a tiebreaker map now.
But before that, we are gonna go ahead and take a
quick
break.
I'll run a 5-minute.
You'll run a 5.
We'll run into a quick 5-minute break, guys, and once we get back, we'll quickly analyze that roundup and we will be back very shortly here, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon. Alright guys, we are back here once again finally, and we're just gonna go ahead and wait for the players to ready up now. We just had to take a quick little break there, toilet break, get some fresh air, quick little breather. But we are back here guys, and we're just waiting for, I believe it is Dice here to get back into the room, of course.
Not for us. We're not standing up at all. It was for the players, of course. Just to make clear.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, we are waiting here now, of course, for Dice. And we will be starting up very shortly here, of course. We've not yet confirmed the map. I'm gonna actually go ahead and ask for the map, but we will be seeing another knife round here, guys, to determine which side will be played. It looks like Avra now this time actually has disconnected, so we're actually gonna be seeing Port as a decider. Now this is fairly interesting here because generally Port is the map that most teams will start off with. They start off with to ease into to ease into the game, to get into the feeling, into the mood, and to see how the opposing team is, how they aggress.
Yeah, how they are shaping up basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Port is a map that is pretty much generic, maybe as generic as BW, Black Widow.
Pretty much. I mean, Port is
very overplayed.
It's been
Port
there
is from the very beginning.
Exactly. Port has been up there along with Black Widow. So, but yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, both teams, of course, are very experienced here in this map.
Maybe I believe that the experienced teams try to contest their victory in the generic maps first, and then they want to take the Ankara map, or let's say Ankara, Mexico, as a flip coin. This is what I believe, because Ankara has been around already ever since 2011, if I don't forget. They added that just before the WCG tournament, and the European teams didn't really have that much time to prepare for it. Well, obviously our team didn't have that much time, so we would just go on the internet and try to dig Chinese replays. And we saw Japan. Yeah. And then we noticed that they are just stomping through that B corridor. All the way, skyrocketing themselves through that. And we were really afraid of playing any Asian team on that map. And there were 4 Chinese teams back then. At least 4 Asians, Filipinos, or the Filipinos.
Is this the same guy that crashed our room yesterday?
I don't know.
It is the same guy that it's the same guy that crashed our room yesterday. The one that said hi, left, joined back, said good luck, and then left again. It's the same guy. An unfortunate crash into the game again.
Is that?
How this guy is like a maestro or something into crashing our room. But again, we're really sorry about this, guys. But again, though, our room has been crashed. I think possibly might have been a mistake on my part, possibly showing the password on the stream. I'm not quite sure, but I don't know. This guy is either a legend or something, or it's probably just my fault. I'm not quite sure. But
how was this guy called? Sorry. Don't say it on camera. Don't. But just.
That he was the guy that crashed.
We will add another moment for you.
Yeah.
So Cooper moment, a VD moment, a Kova moment, and a DK ... moment.
But yeah, we're very sorry about that, guys. But we should be starting up very soon here.
We probably shouldn't praise room crashings at all, but we have to play along with it.
Yeah, we sort of do. I mean, again, it gives us some material to work off, of course. So
we might have to recreate the room. So this is pretty much the casual explanation for the delay, guys. Sorry for that.
I will go ahead and invite Jonathan and Mars, of course. Let me also get you an invite, of course, Friday.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, the teams are very inventive in terms of how to pick a password.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Trust me, the most complicated one I've seen is from what's his name, Chills. But yeah, let's see what they're gonna do here. I mean, still waiting for ESC to ready up, of course. No, actually, we're waiting for you to ready up. And we will be starting up very shortly.
Never mind.
Oh, there we go. Okay, you are back into the room here, and let's go ahead and get it started. Gonna go ahead and type in ready, guys. And we should be underway here for this knife round. We're actually just waiting for Cooper right now. Probably gone to the toilet. I'm not quite sure, but looks like Avro and SMR have also unreadied as well. But let's talk about what happens here, because I really want to see Seven sniping here. He hasn't sniped all day. Yesterday, I mean, there's actually some TeamSpeak issues from team Carnals side. Yeah. But nonetheless, though, as I was saying, I really wanted to see Seven snipe. He hasn't sniped so far since today, of course. He hasn't sniped in any of the maps so far today. But yesterday, even though he did really good with the AK, at the same time,
I believe this was the very first map that we casted.
Yeah,
it was in the match. It was Sport
against Majestic.
Yeah.
Against Majestic, yeah. And it's funny though, because even though he did fairly average with an AK, at the same time though he really rose to the plate when it came to opening. He got that. I believe we were slightly off topic, but he did get a 4K, a 3K combo, and then a separate 1K afterwards. Or no, actually it was the other way around. Sorry, but yeah, he really did.
My memory isn't as photographic as yours.
Oh well, but yeah, I mean, he did really step up to the plate at that point, and I think he could do it again. I think he could do it again, especially on Port. Port is one of the few maps that a sniper can really shine. If for example Thunder in my opinion.
We saw Chills doing
Thunder and Chills, yeah.
yesterday.
I mean, talking on the point of Chills, I mean, last month when Chills played for the pro qualifier with Team Azure, the old ESC.
Yep.
I don't know if you watched that demo, but his sniping on A site was something else. He only came back to the game literally a week before. And he top fragged that game
just
with
as
13 kills.
And Kova pulled
and
off that miraculous 5K as well.
And again, I mean, Kova's the wrist.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, muscle memory for the win, dude.
Kova the wrist, Bulls the biceps.
He actually still hates us.
Yeah, whatever. He's not on the tournament anyway.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore.
Naughty. Sorry.
But let's see what happens here for this knife round, guys. As we have Sada and Seven both gonna get kills with the knives, and it looks like they are just gonna try it and finish things up here. SMR, the only one that gets a frag there with the knife, and looks like Team ESC are gonna make things are gonna make a short work of that actually. And well, there we have it. So let's see what they do here. It looks like they want to stay for the looks like they want to stay on the Globalist side here, do Team ESC, and yeah, so taking the Globalist side, of course, so there is going to be a slight advantage to them, of course, playing on the defensive side, and I really want to see them push up that A long like we saw. I think we saw them do this yesterday. No, it was actually Team Absolute who did this yesterday, which was they rushed a couple of times, 3 players towards that A long.
Let's see if they are going to be rushing here as well as this gets underway in this old German affair. And well, just take it away.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get it over. Well, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. As already we're going to be seeing the players are rushing up towards this mid here. It looks like I think Dennis may I actually thought Dennis was going to get boosted up in that connector area, but never mind. So. Dennis playing towards the A side here, Cooper in the B area along with Snox, but I think we're actually going to be running into a quick break guys, as the players have just left. So let's see what happens here as
just to give you a quick reminder, in terms of rules, whenever no engagement has happened, so no damage was taken, you are allowed to just drop out and restart around from then.
Yeah.
When blood
has been shed.
That's been shed. How do you say it?
When blood has been drawn. When blood has been shed. Okay. I prefer the word shed. It sounds so much better. Yeah. It sounds so much more gruesome at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, as you said, when blood has been drawn, of course you'll have to play out the round regardless of DCs or whatever. But yeah, it looks like they are gonna go quickly into a break. I believe they said Niza DC'd, so we will just go ahead and wait for him, of course. But in the meantime, guys, make sure you check us out on Twitter, Firstly, of course, twitter.com/WCA Europe. Make sure you use our special hashtag WCA, WCA 2015. Yep. Make sure you also check out Friday's Twitter, twitter.com/Friday with 3 Y's and 1188.
It's speakers with a Z and an underscore.
And obviously mine, twitter.com/speakers with the Z and an underscore at the end. But looks like they are now back in the room, so I'm gonna quickly go ahead and ready up here, guys, and we will be underway. I don't believe a round was played there at all, so there is currently nil.
No blood was drawn.
Yes. So currently 0-0, of course. So yep, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling here, guys. And we did see Cooper and Snox towards the B bomb site. We did see Dennis towards the A bomb site, of course, and I think 7 was sort of circling towards the mid and A as well. So let's see what they do here this time. And I'm hoping Niza can really open up things here with this AWP. Smoke's already being thrown here towards this mid, probably gonna light it up with smokes there. Get into the A control, get the connector control pretty much. I was expecting Dennis to get boosted up into that AC, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Sada is actually gonna be taking A as well instead though, and 7 looks to be towards B as well. So they're not really holding up mid at all. Really, they could really
not quite. Only Tasty's hanging back.
Yeah, only Tasty really holding back. But I mean, in terms of ESC side, no one's watching this mid. Well, now finally 7 decides to rotate here, but they're stacking up into the A connector as I already thought they would do.
And Tasty just faked up on that B bomb side.
Yeah.
And he might tag along now and assist around A long. Sata will meanwhile though drop down, I believe, that A bomb side, and he'll be there in the corner. He can pretty much surprise you. Yes, he does surprise the first. Goes on a second. Well, fall victim to Nissar in the end, and Dennis will share that kill with Nissar as well. So now those CTs are retaking around that city spawn area. Tasty will be the only left alive as he does carry the C4, so pretty much open here right at this point. And look how all the ESC players just hide themselves away like turkeys.
Yeah, so 1-on-3 situation there. Snox with the dirty dink as well through the smoke. Looks like Tasty has no option. He's running to B, but he doesn't know he's running right into all of them. 55 seconds left on the clock here. He should have gone ahead and planted the bomb towards towards A, sorry. But then again, though, it'd probably be good if he could bait out more or less the nades, to be honest, while trying to get that bomb down. So, but let's see what he does here. Snox playing off towards the stairs here. Snox not really exactly peeking at all, but 7 and Snox are pretty close together. Looks like Snox will eventually get the trade up there as Tasty picked off 7 there. So 1-0 now actually on the scoreboard here for Team ESC.
Yeah. The slow mid-round didn't quite pay off. Pay off.
Nope, indeed didn't. And looks like Dice now is actually headed up towards this B bomb site here. We're seeing a stack towards this B as well from Team ESC. Though 7's gonna peek up, picks off the first one. Though Cooper will trade up as well. Cooper will find one of his own as well. Dice trying to trade up there. He does find one, but Cooper finds the second as well. It's all up to Niza and Avro now. Avro gonna go ahead and pick up that bomb. Niza sniping that mid there to see if anyone's gonna be running into the B connector, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. 1 minute 50 seconds left on the clock now, and doesn't look like they're gonna do much right now. Avro will drop the bomb towards A long there. See if he can work a pick here towards this A side. Dennis is gonna go ahead and nade out, but only does 8 damage there, and has also given his position away. He's gonna flash out. He needs to peek out with that flash, but no. Avro will go ahead and duck behind the wall there, or should I say find cover behind that wall there, and will eventually go for a little repeat, but is now gonna back off there alongside Niza. And this is what I want to see. I want to see both of these two grouped up here. 4v2 situation. They really can't afford to separate at this point. Presumably, you know, of course, getting those trades as
yeah, you want to have the gunpowder.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a lot more easier for them to get the trades as opposed to splitting up. But let's see what happens. Snoxy are playing towards this headshot box, I believe. Snoxer has a flash lined out, is going to go ahead and flash out. That should go ahead and blind them. Cooper will actually go ahead and pick off the first one. That is all up to Niza now. 1-on-4 situation here, pretty much trapped. Finally goes ahead and picks off an AK. They're shooting the last 2 bullets there. Will go ahead and reload. Bomb is dropped. 45 seconds left on the clock. Cooper's on the headshot box, but so is Snox as well. They're getting fired from all 3 angles there. Sada was there as well, but Snox will go ahead and pick him up there. So 2-0.
Well, that flash just shattered their plans.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they were just about going out, and then, wow. Then you catch such a flash that will stop you in your tracks. Well, not much that they really could do, so Well, let's take it on to the third
Ooh,
round.
Tasty whipping out the M4 here actually, and we did see BD do very good with that yesterday as well. So let's see if Tasty can live up to the expectations as Weedy did. So 2 minutes, well, the 2 minute mark has just passed there. Niza has the bomb in hand, and ESC now just still holding their ground here, not gonna go ahead and get aggressive. Snox playing off towards that headshot position. Cooper in the meantime though could actually get a pick or two as well if they do decide to push up towards this B bomb site, which looks to be the case actually. Dice making a move towards there along with Niza, who has the bomb. Tasty just watching top of box room to see if anyone gets aggressive to get any information. SMR in the meantime though is alongside them as well, so they're all just stacking up towards this B bomb site right now. Snox and Cooper, they really need to hold this one. I mean, they don't have 7 close to them. Well, actually 7 is pretty close to them, but Snox though does pick off the first one. Beautiful shot that coming out of Snox. Snox are probably looking for a second one, but Cooper drops one as well. Snox finds the second, finds a third as well. Switches towards the Deacon, fully faster. Dice just spraying bullets away. Snox is on your left. He's actually under you, and he's gonna do the bulls there and create it himself, and Dennis will go ahead and pick him off. Wow.
What a confusing round it was.
Well, a very confusing round for Snox, not in the left, but picks up 3 kills, but didn't realize that Dice was actually on the left side. I don't think he saw him. Maybe it must have been a spectator glitch. I don't know. But
possibly. I couldn't quite switch over.
yeah, but we're seeing a team deathmatch going on towards this B long here. Dice, Snox, Tasty, all 3 will get kills there, but 7 trades up as well. He finds one onto Dice. SMR though is gonna trade up onto Sada instead. And
SMR was like, denied.
Yeah, 7 though will pick off another one though. Tasty is gonna go ahead and trade that one up, but Dennis is right there on the bomb side. Picks off Tasty there, drops the bomb. 1-on-1 situation for Dennis though. He has projectiles to work with. Avrod though is gonna go ahead and get towards the back. Dennis needs to utilize that nade. Gonna go ahead and throw it. Does a lot of damage to Avrod there. Avrod now extremely low. Dennis still on 100 HP, just baiting out him. And 1 minute 38 seconds left on the clock here. Dennis has got him where he wants him and will pick him up. That beautifully played.
To put it formal, that was a huge mistake by Tasty. He was a little bit too optimistic going into that B bomb site without even checking like that.
I don't
that
even
pillar
check.
box.
Yeah,
he didn't even check. He
didn't check. He just
ran
ran in
down and tried to plant the ball and boom.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Off
4-0. 4-0 now on the scoreboard here for Team ESC, and
4 rounds back to back, I believe. Didn't we go on a break before that?
yeah, but it was 0-0.
0-0. All right.
Yeah, so 4 rounds in a row here for Team ESC, and Dice does have the bomb in hand. Abra in the meantime though still yet left to frag. He did do quite a bit of an appearance in the last map, but still yet left to frag here in this one. Let's see what happens here. They're making their way up towards B, making my way down towards B, and 7 actually playing in this candy area, and Niza could possibly get picked up here, I think, if he's not too careful. Niza just playing literally outside the mid doors here. 3, yeah, no, is that 3? No, 2 players in the box room area. 3 towards mid. This is probably gonna be an explosive mid round here. 7 will have to hold this. Tasty's making his move there. Tasty will spot him, picks him up there right through that little crack. Beautiful shot coming out of him. Snox and Cooper now left to hold this B bomb side. Cooper gets the first one though, but Dice finds himself a double. Dennis now rotating in from A here towards that B bomb side. Sada in the meantime is coming from A as well. SMR though does have the CT control. Peeks out, spots Dennis there, but doesn't know if Sada's coming out from the other side though. Dennis is gonna go ahead and peek, picks him up there. Dennis is extremely low though, but Sada is alongside him. 1-on-2 situation still. The Niza with a dirty tap there onto Dennis, but Sada trades up here. 1-on-2 situation for Sada now. Sada making his way there. Niza will get spotted there, but Tasty picks up the round. Picks up the kill. So 4-1.
Finally getting on that board.
Finally.
Well, 4-1. It was just about time, and well, the clock was ticking down for the one remaining CT. I believe it was Sata, so there was not really much that he could do. And yeah, let's just wait and see what these T's can pull right now after this first victory.
Yeah, let's see what they can pull here indeed. And oh, sorry, actually the overlay is wrong. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. The overlay was actually wrong. My bad. And
what overlay?
I actually had it on the wrong overlay. It said Carnals were winning 4-1. Sorry about that, guys. But I actually just a good thing I checked the chat there. But yeah, apologies for that one. But moving on though, 1 minute 40 seconds left on the clock here. Sada looking we're actually playing off in the CT area. 7 playing off in Candy instead. And Flashes are gonna go in here, maybe looking for another mid push. Sada is gonna go ahead and peek, puts a couple of bullets there into the teammate. Seven's gonna peek as well, left at 87 HP, still a lot of HP for him. Sada doing a lot of damage there. Looks like 3 players are already pretty low. Sada's gonna get fully flashed. Is Cooper gonna rotate? No, he's still gonna stick on the bomb side. So it's Nox. Avra pretty close towards that B bomb side as well. Sada though is gonna eventually get picked off from Tasty there through that little crack. And
well, now seeing it's a 5 against 4 and they really need to redeem themselves. They really have to put up a fight right now. And looking across the health bars, they are pretty much low, so they need to gather up and go all together. I don't believe that spreading up will be that helpful for them in this event. So now losing a few more health points wouldn't really help them much. Seeing ESC guys all healthy, sitting pretty there. Snox gonna drop himself the first, and Everett is gonna reply onto Cooper.
Oh.
Snox gets himself the second, as he will finally fall victim to Everett. As the C4 is about to go down, and well, all they can do is now, like, you know, spread up. This is gonna be correct right at this point, because you know, now that they have the C4 ticking in their favor and the time running out, they really want to waste it, so they don't want to fall victim to the last remaining player just about the same time. So once Dice dies, oh no! That was exactly that I was trying to avoid. Like, you know, I was trying to make them avoid.
It was so well put.
It was
though.
so
Once
iconic.
Dice.
That was so iconic now, because I was just talking about this mistake and it really shouldn't happen, and they just made it. Wow.
Beautifully done from Dennis there, giving himself and his team another round on the scoreboard. 5-1 now, and at this point, Connors, I don't know if you realize, but they've just hit B every single round.
Yeah.
I've just noticed that actually. They're not even gone A once. Not once.
Well, maybe afraid of Dennis, you never know.
Possibly so. I mean, I'd be afraid of Dennis.
I don't know how he looks. Is he frightening?
No, I mean in-game.
In-game, okay. Alright. I would be afraid of Frex. Because he's tall.
Because he's tall, yeah. But anyway, though, let's see what happens. I mean, Niza sniping up this candy area, as well as ooh, what a nade there actually coming out of I think that was someone from CT. I think that was Sada actually putting Tasty down to 44 HP. 7 though playing off on that bridge, and he's actually in a very good angle at this point and could possibly pick off Tasty here. Tasty looking for this pick right now, and he has the angle, but so does 7 as well. 7 just playing a little bit above him. SMR is pretty close as well to get that trade. They're literally right outside this B side. 4 players grouped in this mid here. Flash will go in here. 7's gonna look the opposite way. Still gonna get fully flashed. Finds the first one through. The flash dash is spraying away. Gonna have enough time to reload his AK. Sada finds a pick as well. Sada looking for a second. Will drop the second as well. It's all up to Avro and Niza now. Niza misses the shot onto 7 as he hit the wall. Avra in the meantime though does have the bomb in hand. Smoke is down in that B box room here. He can't go that way at all.
And Nisser takes advantage of the smoke for himself.
Yeah, and Niza here, yeah.
Or Nizer, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Niza is gonna go ahead and shift up towards this mid there. Sata is pretty close to him, holding the angle. Sata spots him, picks him up with the deagle. It's all up to Avra now. 1-on-5 situation. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. I wouldn't throw that flash if I was you. You'll need it for the bomb site. 25 seconds left on the clock now for Avra. He needs to run to a bomb site. 20 seconds now. Is opting to go towards a bomb site. Yeah, no! Dennis will just end him like that. And that is what I was telling you. That is what I was telling you. I'd be very... Even though it was only, you know, one person. Again, yeah. Dennis is...
they just bank on...
aiming.
On Dennis, yeah.
Yeah, on Dennis pretty much. Entry frag at Dennis. Aim at Dennis. But here comes a push out towards this B longy. Oh, Cooper with a 3K there. Switches towards the Deagle, but SMR is not going to peek him. Cooper now switching back towards the AK.
Cooper in the zone. Yeah,
Cooper in the zone there pretty much. SMR now 1v3 situation here. Cooper made his way towards Candy actually. SMR making a lot of noise here. He's hungry. Cooper now running back towards B, but SMR's coming up from behind him. Puts a dink shot into Sada the Cooper. Can he pick him up? No, tries landing the one tap, doesn't find it. Looks like he now knows where Cooper is.
But SMR still sitting pretty with 100.
Yeah, still, like you said, he's on 100 HP, but he's not at all using his utilities at this point. I mean, surely he does have a couple of projectiles to use. I mean, a smoke, flash, grenade, something. I don't believe he threw them all, so... But he's going to go ahead and plant the bomb on the A bomb site here. Now, all the pressure is going to come towards him here. I think 2 players most likely will be coming from CT, 1 from Bridge, or the other way around. Yeah,
to
two
the
players
bridge.
coming from bridge here. Sada though will go ahead and pick him up
Well,
instead.
they almost lined up, so
Yeah.
that is gonna add a 7th round on the board for the CTs, I believe. How do you want to come back from this now?
I don't know.
Neither do I. That's why I'm asking you. Well, make that 7-1, and I believe the T's are losing hope.
Yeah, I think they are losing hope as well. I mean, this is just looking like annihilation for them right now. They're getting demolished at this point. I mean, 7-1. You can't just sit back and say, 7-1 right now. You can't just sit back and say, we'll get that, guys. We're doing
Yeah,
okay. I mean, sure, you have one good round on the scoreboard, but you're fighting for 10k here and a trip to China. It's not enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And now here, Connor's going to go ahead and push up towards that A side. Dennis will need to hold that. He has a teammate alongside him. Seven's getting shot at that, but Dennis will find the pick there. Dennis looking for another one. Will get dropped there instead by Nizer. SMR finds himself one as well. Nizer going to get himself a double kill. Sada traded up as well onto SMR. And now it's all up to Cooper and Snox at this point. Snox making his way to the bridge there. Dice is actually going to go ahead and jump up there. Will get shot up from Snox. Snox not landing, not able to land the headshot there, unfortunately. But again, 2v3 situation here, very retakeable for Snox. For ESC, sorry, he had the flashbang, has gone ahead and thrown it, but again, not working off that flashbang there. So again, another utility wasted. Bomb is going to get planted there. Nizer playing off towards the AC area. Looks like Cooper's gonna go ahead and push in there. Snoxer will be the first one to fall. Cooper finds the first one, switches towards the Diga. Yes, Avarot pretty close to him, and Avarot will go ahead and jump spray him down, and that is gonna be a good half. 7-2 in this first half.
What a massive one. I mean, 7-2, it's not a scoreline you want to find yourself in.
Nope.
If that's the decider map, as well as a 10k tournament with paid-in trip to China on the line.
No, it isn't. I mean, 7-2. I mean,
No,
you
it
know,
really
you
must
know,
be
you
on
know
the
the worst
captain.
case, and the
What
worst,
is-
like, not necessarily the worst thing is here, but like worst case scenario here is that Carnals may possibly end up in 3rd place, but
Still
again,
taking 3k.
yeah,
with them.
still taking 3k, but at the same time, they made history yesterday against Absolute.
Yep.
They made history yesterday against Absolute.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very well. Nice pun.
Okay.
For the stream.
I'm a machine today.
Like Greasy. And waiting for these guys to ready up. Now I'm going to quickly go ahead and type ready in the chat. And
Now it really is on the captain, and I believe Cien was their captain, if I'm not mistaken. Or yeah, this
I think
pretty
it
much
was
is
CN.
Cien, but he's not.
Yeah, CN is Dice.
Cien is Dice.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, a little history of Dice, aka CN. For those of you who don't know, he played in Flipside for I think it was roughly about 4 months, maybe a bit longer. I'm not quite sure. Eventually, they did decide to drop him, unfortunately, because of well, I'm not gonna actually go into detail there, but eventually he did get dropped, unfortunately, and. But yeah, I mean, again, he was actually a pretty decent player in my opinion. Did lack a bit of knowledge now and again, and as well himself admitted that he doesn't always like he'll do good in scrims and stuff, but like in itself he admitted like during
Yeah,
Go
but
for
let's
as well.
see how well he will do in the second half. Seeing this is just a 7-2.
Yeah, just a 7-2 indeed. And let's see what happens here. ESC on the blacklist side of things now. Only need 3 rounds here to secure themselves a position in the finals here. Knights are going to kick things off there with the first kill onto 7. Looks like Snox is left down to 19 HP as well. Bomb is dropped towards B-Long. Cooper just firing bullets away there. Sorry, SMR just firing bullets away there. Ooh, this is interesting here. Knights are sniping towards second headshot there. Dice in the meantime though playing off towards Candy. Avra as well headed actually towards the A bomb side. Looks like Dennis is probably going to throw a fakie, and no, actually Dennis is going to fall back towards a bridge there and going to watch the long area. Snoxo is going to drop down the SMR pretty close as well.
I think they didn't attempt to get into that B bomb site since they noticed we didn't take any HP off those CT players. That's why it's quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Considering Snox sits with about 19 HP over there, and he will fall back and maybe wait and see. Stick his head into the boxes like a turkey. I can only repeat myself. And now they decide to go otherwise for that A bomb site because they notice, well, there's going to be at least 3 players securing that B bomb site after we attempted to get in there. And, well, they didn't really retain any smoke grenade, I believe. So that's why they decide to go for the long range. With all 3 men now, they will pop up, and there, then Dennis finds himself Everett, and Dice will be the one to catch the action next. Well, gets down by Snox as well, so makes that a 4v2 situation. And look how they flipped the table. Well, that was quite impressive to say the least. 34 seconds now on the clock as the 2 remaining CTs will have to commence. Well, really make like Cooper will really make this height advantage known to his favor. Well, Nicer unfortunately misses the shot. Now they try to nail him down, and SMR will be the only left alive here at the stairs. And he was pretty much revealed from either of his sides. And yeah, there you go. This is gonna add a 3rd round on the board of the team ESC, if I'm not mistaken. No, a 8th round on the board for the team ESC, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, 8th round now on the scoreboard here for team ESC, making things out 8-2, and they're gonna go ahead and infiltrate this B side here. Looks to be Bomb is actually not alongside him here. SMR is gonna be the first one to get picked off there, and Cooper is just gonna go ahead and fall back. And let's see what they're gonna decide to do from here. 7 is gonna go ahead and pick up that bomb. And
again went over into this passivity.
Yeah, ooh, an 8 kill coming out of Dice there.
For how much, or for how many health?
I actually wasn't paying attention.
For how much health? I don't really know.
I actually wasn't paying attention. I didn't quite see. I didn't quite catch that. But Snox though, along with his teammate here in this B box room, I think that's Cooper. Yeah, that is Cooper. 7 in the meantime though does have the bomb. Probably not the best idea is to run up mid there all alone with the bomb, but never mind though, he does have Dennis alongside him. And they do this. They're doing this jump backwards thing again. I mean, I remember yesterday one of them had that slimy head and couldn't get up onto the box there, which was kind of funny. But for those of you who don't know, in Crossfire Europe, when you jump, you can actually hear the jumps. It's not the same as North America. So when you jump in crouch, there's actually no noise that's been emitted, and henceforth the reason why they do this. But ESC though are gonna go ahead and nade that headshot, and looks like Niza's gonna get that first kill. Tasty finds the pick onto Cooper as well. Looks like they're gonna be rotating off that A site already. 4v2 situation. Now suddenly we're gonna go into the well, possibly should go into the advantage of Team ESC now with that bomb down. 50 seconds left on the clock. They need to get that bomb down. Dennis though is just fighting. Smoke is down. He need to utilize the smoke there. Nades will go in there doing damage to Nizer, and Dice flash goes in as well. 7 is going to go ahead and stick that bomb plant. Will find a pick there through the smoke. It's all up to 7 now. 1-on-3 situation. He needs to play this smart. Dice though is going to go ahead and peek him with the Deagle. Picks him up. The 7 now. Smart idea to drop down, spots Avro as well. Doesn't manage to finish him up though. And that is going to be 8-3.
Still plenty of time to work with for the bomb. Wow. Make that an 8-3.
Yep.
Not really much wrong stuff done by ESC, to be quite honest, because they planted the bomb and the retake was just brilliant. That's all about it.
Yeah, indeed it was. And I mean, they did get that bomb down. They did sacrifice 2 players for a bomb plant, but I mean, again, it almost worked out for them. 7 well, I'm not gonna say he played that badly. It's just like he got overwhelmed from like in
only
the aim duel.
30 bullets in the clip.
Yeah. And Avra now actually gonna go ahead and nade that ace. Gonna drop down towards that ladder. Spots a player with 7, picks him up there. Gonna go for a re-peek onto Sada, but instead Dennis is gonna pick him up from that AC. Dice is right behind this box here. If they decide to push up, which they are, Dice should get this kill. Will find the pick there onto Sada. Is gonna go for the second peek there, but Niza gets the pick onto Dennis instead. Snox did find the pick onto Tasty as well. Is a 1-on-3 situation for Snox now. Dice playing literally 9 HP, and he's peeking out this one. Dice just doesn't care, but then again though, he does have a teammate alongside him, which I didn't notice. But
and look what the C4 ended up.
Yeah, look what the C indeed, like right in the open here. So Snox will have to make do of something. Gonna give his position away there, shooting at that A long box. And all 3 players now are actually stacked towards this A side here. If Snox can flick some heads here, this is going to be pretty disgusting nonetheless. Does get the bomb there. Very big mistake coming out of Team Carnals to allow him to pick up that bomb. He has a minute to work with. That should not have happened. Why did they give him the bomb in that scenario?
He might opt to return to A.
could, yeah, indeed, he could possibly opt to return to A,
Oh,
but
look at the call.
yeah. wait. Oh,
Oh,
he's gonna do the Harvey jump here. Spots Nizer, but Nizer spots him as well. And yeah, SMR will go
the
ahead and pick
timing
him
was
up.
just about bad.
Yeah. So 8-4 now on the scoreboard here. For still in the lead is Team ESC. They only need 2 more rounds here, guys, and he should go ahead and close this one out. So looks like ESC are gonna go ahead and push up this ace here. Avro is gonna be fully flashed actually. Dice is alongside him as well. Avro gonna drop down picks off. The first one is gonna get traded up instead. Dice now looking for a kill here as well. Won't find anyone as well. Nizer pretty close there as well. Has the open and switches towards the Diga. Snox is firing bullets upon bullets of him onto him, and he will get picked off there. SMR's gonna fall as well. They're all falling down like dogs here. 4-on-1 situation now for Tasty, and oh, Dennis with the dirty dig that will pick him up, and that's going to be now I believe that's now 9-4.
Yep.
Yeah, 9-4 here now. 9-4 now, of course, on the scoreboard for Team ESC. One more round will put them into the final, guys, of this WCA Open Qualifier. And well, let's see what happens. I mean, a little background history. ESC was formerly Azure, and in their lineup, instead of Sata and Cooper, they had Vans and I believe Vans and Nikes it was, I believe. But it looks like a lineup change has emerged, and Nade will go out there actually. Not doing any damage whatsoever here, but it looks like ESC sort of wanting to go over towards this B, and I guess they're probably going to commit there. 7 going to throw in the nade and the flash there, and let's see what happens. Looks like SMR is just playing off behind this box here. Someone is, I think that was Dennis that threw in the nade, but not going to do any damage towards that double stack there. Counter nade comes in from Tasty, doing a fair bit of damage to Dennis there. Dennis left on 65 HP now. Coupe in the meantime, though, left on 73. He's running up towards that middle there. Sata does have the bomb playing off in BC. Pretty close quarter there. 7 in the meantime, though, is watching that A long flank there. Sort of playing the role of Rain from Penta, if you so wish. And let's see what happens now. 7 making his way back towards that B bomb site. They're really good to commit now. I mean, 1 minute left on the clock. They can't leave it. They practically can't leave it down to the last 30 seconds because it's just going to be impossible for them. But ESC now just waiting for that smoke to dissipate.
They just needed to wait for the smoke.
Yeah, waiting for that smoke to dissipate.
A lot of time.
Yeah, smoke has dissipated now, and they're going to be grouping up towards this mid, sending one player towards that B. Flash will go in. Dennis is going to lead that charge there. Nizer can't hold this with the nope there. He's going to switch towards the Diga, but Tasty's in there to help him as well. Tasty, though, will get picked off from Snox there. Avros is going to come in from the back, though. He kills off one. Sauda, though, will find a trade onto SMR. That's going to be a B bomb site open for them. Dice is going to rotate. Nizer's coming in from the back there with Yope. 3-on-3 situation. Yeah, Avros making a move. So is Dice there. Dice still not yet been spotted. Snox in the little corner there. Avro will instead pick him up there. Sauda does find the pick onto Nizer.
Pretty now for the G's.
Yeah, 1-or-2 situation. Yeah, Avro though will find the pick there, and Avro just jumping up and down, and Sada.
Yeah,
Sada will go ahead and pick him up there. So that is
a 10-4.
10-4, and that is a GG, ladies and gentlemen, to Team ESC.
Yep. So first map went on an overtime.
Yep. First map went into an overtime, and I believe ESC won that again.
No, I believe Carnals won it.
Did they?
Yeah, they won the first map on sub-base. The second went to a 10-5 in favor of ESC, and now they're finally closing out by a 10-4 overall scoreline.
Yep, you are correct. Yeah.
On port. So
yep, so there we have it, guys. That is going to be the first game over and done with there. And let's actually go ahead and switch over to the bracket here to see what's coming up next. We should be seeing next is Luneburg up against Team Greedy, battling out for that grand final spot there for that 10K and that trip to China. And obviously now Carnals progressing to the
third match.
Yeah, the third place match. We will, of course, be seeing Carnals again, obviously, in a couple of hours, obviously, as we will be streaming the third place match as well just before the finals. But anyway, guys, though, we're going to be taking a quick break here in the Freaks for You gaming studio, and in the meantime, though, we will be waiting for Luneburg and Team Greedy to ready up. We'll get warmed up and we will be underway. But anyway, guys, remember, make sure you check us out at twitter.com/WCA Euro. Make sure you check out Friday at twitter.com/Friday with 3 Y's and 1188 at the end. And make sure you check out my Twitter as well, twitter.com/speakers with a Z and underscore at the end. And we will be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere.